What's up, everybody? Welcome to the GameOverGreggy show. I am one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the producer/seducer, Nick Scarpino.
What's up?
I like this t-shirt.
Thank you.
Here's the thing about Nick Scarpino, as I'm sure you've known, ladies and gentlemen, watching 51 weeks of this show. Nick seems to only have one t-shirt, and it's the Wolverine shirt. Mm-hmm. Today, there's a Ninja Turtle shirt.
See, I like to mix it up and scare people, too.
You like to mix it up, 51?
And scare people.
Here's the deal. Because I wore the Wolverine shirt yesterday.
Wolverine.
Mm-hmm. And it's the exact same color.
Yes.
It's nice blue.
So you think that I'm wearing the Wolverine shirt.
And
then when I turn around, I got you. It's the turtle shirt.
Then you got the yellow button up with the collar, and then you got the blue button up with the collar.
You know what? I might have thrown that out.
You did not throw that out. That's the video you wear whenever you know you're going to be on camera and you know it needs to be fancy.
I threw it out because my wife got tired of me only wearing that shirt.
That
the canary yellow shirt. It's my confident shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wear
she
that
wants to take away your confidence.
I want to exude confidence. I also have a mint shirt. That's fun.
She's afraid of you picking up the ladies.
She's not afraid of that.
No, that's not a big concern.
She's like, go for it, try it.
Okay,
go. I dare you.
I dare you.
Do it.
Over here, the Pride of Long Island, Colin Moriarty.
Go Islanders.
Wearing one of his shirts, one of his classic shirts.
I just wear the same 5 shirts over and over again.
The classic Colin collection.
Yeah, I just I have
CCC.
I have a ton of shirts, a ton of button-ups, button-downs, really, I like to call them.
Button-ups, button-downs.
Polo shirts.
That's because it's a party.
Exactly. And I have
a party.
Shitload of t-shirts, but I just wear the same 5 or 10 shirts over and over again because they're always at the top. They're always just the freshest.
Fresh to death.
They're always at the top of the shelf. They're always in the easiest part of the closet. Mm-hmm. I don't really. Who am I really trying to impress at this point?
You want to hear something funny?
No one.
There's a. Oh, now I gotta look it up. It's not. Metrosexual. The term metrosexual.
Yeah, we know metrosexual.
Yes. Have you seen this?
Of course.
This is amazing.
Lumbersexual?
Lumbersexual is the new thing going around. It's pretty much what we all are, except maybe you.
Thank you.
Because you can't grow a beard. It's not your fault. It's genetics.
I don't look like the brawny man. I get it.
It's the new look where it's like everyone at IGN, how all of us look the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that.
Interesting.
I don't even call it a new look. It's like this has been a thing for long enough that it's now like, oh, that is a thing. We should probably name that a thing. So they're saying that this like metrosexuals are like not the in thing anymore.
Yeah, so it used to be metrosexuals. And then all of us started looking and dressing like lumberjacks because we wore a lot of flannels back and beards are back.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But none of us actually do any of that stuff.
No, none of you do the things that make lumberjacks like lumberjacks.
Like I should not have a beard. I don't do anything that bearded men traditionally have done, i.e. I don't go outside a lot. I don't camp. I don't eat granola.
You don't eat granola?
I don't eat granola. I don't eat carbs, remember?
Is granola a carb?
Yeah, it's got a lot of sugar.
But it's healthy for you, I thought.
It's a grain.
Isn't it healthy for you?
Sure, it's healthy for you. It cleans you out. Yeah. It's good for your probably liver and kidneys.
But
yeah, I don't do any of that other stuff. I am recently... I have joined the climbing community recently. I've been climbing...
does that qualify as you joining the climbing community? You went once.
You just don't get it. You just don't.
You don't climb. You don't understand.
I don't climb. I ain't about that climbing life.
It hits your fucking brain, man. And you see in 4 dimensions.
The thing is, when you're 40 feet up in the air...
Indoors.
Hanging... Why do we have to label it?
Why
does it have to be labeled?
Because it's clearly labeled indoor rock climbing.
Indoor, outdoor doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
When you're 40 feet up in the air, you see the truth, man.
That's like Cliffhanger.
You know what I mean?
Remember that Stallone movie?
That's exactly like I went. So now that I'm part of the climbing community, I see Cliffhanger with a brand new set of eyes.
Do you remember that in Ace Ventura, Pet Detective 2, they have a cliffhanger reference, as if that would stand up over time?
The monkey.
Like everybody remembers that.
I thought it was a
raccoon.
It was a raccoon. It was a raccoon. That's right.
It's not always an orangutan named Cheetos.
Speaking of which, Cheetos has been coming out of the woodworks lately. He's all over the place.
There's like 5 Twitters for him.
I know.
It's awesome.
Are there really?
Oh yeah.
I've only seen the images. I haven't seen the Twitter.
Oh, there's multiple Cheetos Twitters. There's Cheetos. There's Cheetos 2016.
Cheetos 2016 is my favorite, just because it's the first one I saw. Secondly, it's hilarious because I don't understand. You've told Cheetos multiple times that you just need to have one Twitter feed. Why does he keep starting multiple Twitter feeds?
He's just trying to get out there.
How eloquent is he in the tweets?
How what?
How eloquent is he in the tweets?
He runs the gambit.
I mean,
really.
he's a monkey.
He runs the gambit.
Yeah, he goes from pretty eloquent to just a simple "Yo, what up?"
Oh, okay.
Apparently,
all pretty good for an orangutan. That's your Secretary of State.
I mean, he spells better than I do. Today, he was telling me about how he was being chased by drug lords, and he's on the lam. So he's hiding out right now.
He's using hashtags.
Campaign. Yeah,
I'm happy about that.
He does use he gets hashtags.
Yeah. Over there,
he gets social media.
The final of the group, the pure one, Tim Gettys.
Oh, Jesus, we're not done with the introductions yet?
No. This is how the show goes. You know that.
Yeah, I love it.
Everybody knows that. Because this is the Game Over Greggy show. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather around this table. Sorry, Portillo. Each bringing a random topic.
so
He got really scared that time.
That's
because it
scary.
was loud.
Each bringing a random topic of conversation for your amusement. If you like that, guess what? The show posts each and every Friday over on patreon.com/kindafunny, along with the Vimeo and Bandcamp sites. You give us money there. If you don't think we're worth your money, we totally understand. You can wait till it goes live on youtube.com/kindafunny. Go there every day. Subscribe, like, share. Each topic is broken out day by day for your amusement until the whole show posts on Friday. As
And
well as...
We got a lot of stuff for you guys. If you haven't already noticed, iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Beyond Pod, Windows
big-
Phone, Android phone,
big-
all that
Finally
stuff.
did it, Tim.
Yes,
It almost
it's all
killed you.
there.
It almost
It's all
killed
there.
you.
Tim.
We're
Big
still
thanks
working
to
out.
that.
There's still some issues. Some episodes aren't up. Like
Some are out of
a couple.
order.
Some are out of order.
Doesn't matter.
And the OCD is driving me nuts. So don't worry, guys. It will be fixed. I don't
Yeah.
know when, but it will be fixed. But you guys should go there. You should rate and like and subscribe.
Yeah, leave reviews, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, a big shout out already for that first. I mean, for us, it's only been the first, not even a week yet of them
Yeah.
being live, and we were we made it up to number 3, I believe, on Comedy Podcast.
On the comedy podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I
and
think
number
we
28 or 27 or
We
something.
got higher than that.
Okay, sorry.
For the overall.
My bad.
21 last I checked.
So it's good. But yeah, all that stuff really means a lot to us. So thank you so
Yeah.
much for subscribing.
It was
liking,
funny
and
how
all that.
it was cool and it was happening. I was like, oh, that's
kinda funny.
awesome. And like, it's kind of funny. It was kind of cool. And we were tweeting out the images
Kinda
and all that stuff. And
badass.
then over the weekend, I went out to a couple parties and people kept coming up to me and congratulating me on it. I was like, oh, well, like we've been doing the show forever, but yeah, thanks. No,
Yeah.
cool. It's awesome.
That's great.
It was nice.
I'm
But yeah,
excited
it's
about
one thing that if you guys could do that I would really appreciate.
Here we
is
go.
If you could,
Panhandling Tim Gettys.
I don't know what it's called. If it's follow or subscribe or whatever it is on SoundCloud, that would mean a lot because I put a lot of work into that.
Sure. So
And
go to
it's really
SoundCloud
pretty and nice.
Hit the, hit the like button.
That's one of the things I appreciate most about you. You are one of the most anal retentive people I've ever met in my entire life.
When it comes to media, yeah.
When it comes to media, specifically when it comes to things that need to be grouped into a list
Yep.
or sort of ranked order thing. I mean, obviously,
I like lists
podcasts,
a
we
lot.
start from 1 and we're up to 51 right now. What are we going to do for 52? Anything special?
We're to celebrate. It's our birthday.
Yeah.
We're 1 year old.
Can we get a cake?
Yeah.
Can I bring a red velvet cake and we'll just eat it on the show?
Are you going to eat it?
No.
Mr. No Carbs, no
No.
nothing? Here's my fucking problem
gonna eat it.
with Nick Scarpino. On
I had
top
a
of
hot
million
chocolate
other
tonight
things.
during the live stream.
That should be a topic one day.
live stream.
All of our problems with Nick Scarpino.
I'm
I'll
totally
give
fine
you a
with that.
teaser then for mine. Is that Nick Scarpino has no food fun when he's with us, and then whenever he's not here, all I hear about is Taco Bell. Oh, come back and play Smash. I'm going out to eat pizza. I can't fucking convince you to eat a garlic crouton out there, but you, anytime you're not with us, you'll fucking carve it up because this wife will ask you to do it.
It's so true. I don't know what happened. I left your house the other night after we did the Patreon episode.
Yeah.
We played Smash.
Which is going to be available this week right now if you're listening to this on YouTube. If you're listening to this from the Patreon links, it'll be live a week from then. So basically right around Thanksgiving, we're putting it live. Sorry, go ahead.
It was a good episode, by the way. So after we did this Patreon episode on Saturday,
Which you have to go to patreon.com/kindoffunny.
Kinda Funny to get.
$1 gets you. It doesn't matter. Any kind of donation. Sorry, Kevin.
sorry, Kevin.
He was nodding. He was shaking his head at me.
Is he gonna put it on there? Is that what he's gonna do? There he is, right there.
Patreon kind of funny. There it is. Put it all over Colin's face.
So we do that. We play Smash for.
Patreon.
Too much interrupting going on right now. Too much. He's been trying to talk for like a minute. I can't.
He does it to everybody else though.
handle
Everybody in
it.
the comments yells at him. So
It's true.
I'm doing it
It's
to him.
very true. Turnabout's fair play to say. Patreon episode. Then we do Smash for like 5. I mean, to the point where my eyes are just going blurry. Then more people start to come, and I hear Greg go, "Hey, we're gonna get out. We're just gonna take a collection for pizza if anyone wants to get Pachis." And I'm like, "Pachis sounds really good, but I have to be good, and then I have to leave. I gotta go to a party. I go to this party." And all there is to eat there is like cheese and like carbs. And I'm like, I don't know if I want any of this stuff. It's gonna be fine. But I brought a bottle of Bullet. Actually, I was gonna try to get Eagle Rare, and I was gonna try to impress people with the 10 year thing. But I was like, I don't really care that much. I was gonna just steal a bottle of yours
I
and
like
see
how
if you notice.
fancy you made us, by the way.
You do. We're very fancy.
I just keep dropping facts. I'm probably wrong about a lot
So
of them. but
I
No one will know.
brought a bottle of Bullet bourbon to this party, thinking it was a party that a lot of people were gonna buy. No, it's a fancy party, of course, because it's my wife's. Like one of my wife's
Fancy
friends.
friends.
So it's fancy. It's like catered. They have staff there working the party. They are pouring nice bottles of wine and beer, like craft beer. I don't know if craft beer is not a word really, but like
Craft beers, yeah.
it's
Craft
craft
beer's a thing,
So
yeah.
craft beers. And I bring a bottle of $30 bottle of bourbon, which is not a bad bottle of bourbon, but still like there's no liquor there. So I feel in my brain that I should drink a lot of this to make it look like a lot of people drank the bourbon.
yeah.
And I was the only one that I drank about a half bottle of bourbon.
Mike, I wish I was with you.
And then I proceeded to
Drunk
get
picks, my favorite
3
thing.
pieces of pizza from Pizza Orgasmica. And then
Good.
the next day I woke up hungover. I got Taco Bell.
You drink a solid 300
Again, you're not
milliliters
here.
of-
You have fun.
I
You're
got-
here.
I
You
gotta-
make me. Oh yeah, underdogs. Can I get 3 sides of lettuce and a side of carne asada? And they're like, "What are you talking about?" No one comes here and makes smart
but that's the
decisions.
thing,
We had to order it in real life a couple days ago.
Yeah, that was really embarrassing.
It was really funny.
I could tell the guy had heard the order before. Did you get that from him?
No, I definitely got it.
Where he
bro.
was
And
like,
You're the
"Oh,
guy.
Oh, you're the
You're
guy."
the fucking guy.
Yes, because he really has to walk to the kitchen and tell them, like, I don't know how to put this in the computer, so this is what you need to do. You need to just take some plastic Tupperware and put some meat in it and give us a head of lettuce.
Yep.
Fucking garden.
Now, to be fair,
drop one of the sides on the ground, then put it back in the Tupperware.
now, just to be fair, and I gotta call a spade. I gotta just make sure Greg's not getting away scot free.
Here we go.
Greg had a Caesar salad for lunch today. I just want to let everyone know.
Thank you.
Greg
I
had
chicken
a.
Caesar
I want to
salad
repeat.
today.
I'm gonna repeat that. Greg had a Caesar salad
Chicken Caesar salad.
for lunch today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A salad I
I
steamed.
had an umami burger. I went out with our friend Mitch.
Thanks for the
and
invite.
and we went at like 2. And
Okay.
yeah, I
you
was
know,
busy.
it all fell apart really easy because of you fuckers. We're supposed to have lunch today. All of a sudden, you're sick. You have to have a different timetable. Then it's
I
me
was
and
good.
Tim.
I was accommodating.
rarely have a different time.
Then I
table.
bailed on you.
I was like, yeah, do you
Yeah.
want to split a sandwich for Americans? And you're like, no, I'm good. And so then what did you want me to do?
Splitting a sandwich.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean, in their
it's a big
defense,
ass
it's a
sandwich.
big ass
No,
sandwich,
but
and
if
it's
you're-
usually
It's not even that
chicken
it's a big ass sandwich. That's an expensive
expensive
sandwich.
It is an
I can
expensive
wrap my head around a $6 sandwich for lunch. A $13 sandwich
Yeah.
for lunch is too much. But
I
when
just
split
think you're
it into two
intimidated
pieces-
at the fact that
enough
it's a foot long and you don't.
No, I
want
can
to
eat
eat.
that.
It's just
Trust
all.
me, I take
You're
a
like,
whole
oh,
lot.
that's too much. I'm full.
Foot-long things go down my throat all the time. Don't
Damn.
worry about it.
I've crammed.
Sometimes they come back up.
Personally crammed footlong things down his
Oh,
throat before.
no doubt about it. But
Yeah.
But Greg does do the, and this is how I know he's quitting. You know how we always talk about, like, there's a lot of speculation out there as to whether or not he's quitting Team Fat.
Right.
There's
And
4.
we all agree that
Have you seen the threads on NeoGaf?
no,
They're
it's
insane.
ridiculous. So Greg walked by me the other day, and I'm like, from his profile, he's tiny, he's skinny already. Okay, it's not until he turns slightly more 3/4 to you or like dead on to you, we're like, okay, you're slimming down.
You got some work to do.
But you're still a man child. But the other day he does this thing where he orders like this giant burrito, and everybody, I'm eating this awesome burrito. Check,
Is that what I do?
Good.
I'm like, oh man, I'm sure I'm overweight.
Look at this burrito has cheese fries in it or whatever the hell you guys get. Like
You
the
don't
ones
even
that-
know because
I
you're
know.
a fucking fake
I
ass.
know. And then you go like this. Then you proceed to do this when everyone's like, look over there, it's Superman. Everyone's like, fucking Superman, what the fuck is he talking about? And then you fold up the rest of the burrito. You eat like a quarter of
you
it.
wait a quarter of the burrito, Greg?
No,
You fold up like
you're with me
3/4 of it.
24 hours a day. When have I ever said Superman's over there?
And then you tuck it into your little briefcase or like your little knapsack, your little portal knapsack, and you take it home with you and you eat it for like 3 days. So
3 days.
You're grazing on the
basically-
burrito.
You're grazing.
No, I'm not.
That's why you're losing weight. It's because you're just eating until you're full and then you're letting the rest.
Yeah,
of it
that's
go,
no
which is
good.
no-
See, that's
no.
that's not a positive thing because
That's a great thing.
I noticed that when Greg makes wings, Greg used to really make a lot of wings. Now Greg,
I
feel
make
like,
them every fucking Monday.
I'm not saying the.
oh,
I'm not
I
sa-
see. The quantity
the,
I'm not
the
making.
volume of the wings much lower than usual.
It's still the same
Greg's
thing.
maybe eating 8 wings,
Oh God, no! Come on now.
maybe 10.
Oh no!
I come home with
Maybe 10.
I come
Tonight.
home with 2 pounds of wings every Sunday, and I cook them on Monday, and it's time when I eat them.
I'm just saying glass houses and all those kinds of things, Greg.
Sure.
You're tossing all these rocks at everyone's dietary habits.
But no, see now you're
But you're eating a Caesar salad for lunch.
the worst salad for you, yeah.
A Caesar salad.
Which are delicious. I stand by the
delicious.
fact that Team Fat is a mindset. I eat what I want and don't worry about the consequences. That's what I've always said Team Fat is, and why I can sell a Team Fat small shirt. Buy the Team Fat small shirt.
We have like 40 of them left.
Do we?
I don't know.
I think they actually weren't they one of the first ones sold out?
Team Fat?
Yeah, people used to make fun of that.
No, we did run.
No, you can eat whatever you want. I like that Caesar salad. If you want,
Oh,
if you
I
want,
do eat what
if
I
you,
want.
If you want to get on a train to make fun of me for, Poe will still just randomly text me, my best friend from back in Chicago, because what I was doing at the bachelor party we went to years ago is that we would go out and we are torturing our bodies, obviously, eating pizza in the middle of the night and drinking just booze all day long. I'd be like, yeah, can I get a Caesar salad and a side of wings? And then I eat, and I still do that to this day. And once in a while he'll tweet me about that.
I don't know. I guess what I'm saying at the end of the day is that I'm just disappointed in you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not
I like how
mad.
you always
He's just
turn around to me, but
disappointed.
you're the one cooking kale and Brussels sprouts and doing all these crazy
Yeah,
things here.
but here's the thing, Greg.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, what's the thing called?
Is that it's like slathered in butter or something like that.
Not your cake.
I had
your Brussels sprouts with bacon in them. I understand that.
Brussels sprouts had a solid pound of bacon in them when I made them yesterday. You see, there's nothing wrong with the vegetable.
In fact, they had so much bacon in them, you could just call it bacon.
Right, exactly. With a
garnish
of
with
Brussels
a smattering
sprouts.
of butter. Yeah, Brussels
I guess
sprouts.
what I'm just saying is that, a lot of people out there are wondering, are you done?
No.
Does Team Fat need a new cleanup hitter? Because
I'm just saying you used to be the face of Team Fat.
because
I still am the face of Team
It's like
Fat.
the end of
I gotta
Dark
be
Knight
honest with
right
you,
now.
I have you beat. I have you beat, yeah. And I'm not saying
You work out every day. The
That's-
defense rests.
That's fine because I'm still eating like I'm 500 pounds, and I get on that thing every day to make sure that I don't
You maintain.
indeed become 500 pounds, and I work out hard.
Yeah, you do.
You do.
But on Sunday,
You don't know.
and Sunday I had like what? Oh, Cheryl made chili with and put like an entire thing of chili and put like jalapeno
What did she
cornbread
call it? I
over
forget
it.
what she called this. A chili
Tam-
pie?
a tamale pie,
tamale
which I
pie.
ate almost the entire thing. that day.
Beans, gross.
And then I had like 6 beers and a bunch of other like. So that's the Team Fat lifestyle. Meanwhile, I didn't leave the house the entire day.
Yeah. Well, I only left the house to drink beer and eat other foods. I had a lot of prosciutto. I had a lot of prosciutto.
Oh yeah, a little prosciutto.
Yeah, a lot of prosciutto.
A little prosciutto.
Prosciutto.
I will back this up though. You did have chicken wings tonight.
Thank you.
There were only, I didn't count. I'm pretty sure there's only about 6 of them on your plate.
There was more than that.
And you had a light tortilla that you were like just kind of ripping strips off of.
Not
just,
either.
like,
Here's
pushing
what
in
I
front of
did
your
is I
nose.
had
You weren't even
leftover wings.
tasting them.
When
You
I
were
had
sort of
leftover wings. I put the tortilla on the bottom of the plate, dump the wings on top, microwave them, eat the wings. Because here's the thing: when I make the wings at home, I'm actually salivating telling this story. And we need to make a new video, by the way, because the wing recipe, obviously one of our most successful videos. I've iterated on it since then. I mix in breadcrumbs now. I don't
so
use.
we need the 2014.
I don't
edition.
use aluminum. We should do it in 2015, probably. I don't use the aluminum foil. I do all these different things. But when I shake them right now, and I sauce them that way, and I dump them out of the bowl. I'm literally salivating. The bowl then has this coating of the sauce in there, mixed in with pieces of breadcrumbs. So what I do is I dump on the plate and I serve Christine. Then I double back to the kitchen, take a tortilla, rip it off, and then start scraping the bowl to eat
I like
it.
that.
Oh, it's so good.
with uncooked breadcrumbs in it, or they're cooked?
No, no.
after.
I see what you're saying. I'm sorry. No, the bowl is clean. The wings get dumped. They get sauced, shook around. Then they get dumped, and in the transfer, they lose some of their breadcrumbs.
Oh,
in there.
I see. So they're cooked bread. Oh yeah, that's the best.
Oh my god,
that's the
so
best.
good. So, anyways, what I did today, leftovers. Then I ate the tortilla. Then I was still hungry. Took another tortilla, took some leftover steak, poured them in there, put a peppercini in there, wrapped it up with some cheese, microwaved it, cooked
damn.
it, a burrito.
Surprised you just didn't take a bite out of a head of iceberg lettuce.
Let's do the show.
Is that cabbage? No, that's fantastic. You know what that reminds me of randomly? I don't know why. You ever order fries and then in the middle of the fries there's another fried thing in there that just drops into that?
Best.
Oh, yeah.
Garlic fries.
Sometimes it's
Oh,
alright.
yeah.
Chicken
Sometimes it's
tender?
not. Sometimes it's not.
It's like a half a chicken
What's it
tender,
not
like
okay?
a bonus.
There could be a seafood item in there.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's true. That's not good.
That's
like
not-
a
You had
calamari.
a fried oyster. You didn't hate it too much.
Yeah, but we were in Louisville.
Louisville.
I had a fried oyster, but it was a tiny one, and then Cheryl tried a bigger one. She's like, "Oh god, it's really fishy," and I'm like, "I think I just dodged a bullet."
It was
Anything
not
run
really
to the
fishy.
sea, we shouldn't be eating. And I'm from Long Island, where we eat a lot of seafood. And
Well,
I
you
want
don't.
that, but I don't want that shit.
Yeah, so you're not a true Long Islander.
Well, I don't know.
You're not really the pride of Long Island. You're the
I am.
disgrace of Long Island.
Damn.
I'm trying to protect our sea life,
Yeah,
precious sea
you're
life.
really worried about them clams and oysters out there. Just doing their thing.
the crabs.
We've had a lot of fun here, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been a good show.
But the one thing that I think is a question we get a lot every so often is whatever happened to Linda from Portillo's. There's been a lot of rumors about her, what happened to her at Portillo's, and it turns out she left Portillo's and started her own website.
What was it?
It's called lynda.com.
Nope.
LYNDA.com. It's
That
a
is
real
not-
website.
That is not that Linda though. There's
No?
no way that that's that Linda.
Well, who is this Linda?
Linda, that site's been around for a long time. It's a good
It's a
site.
nice Linda.
What is so lynda.com? Okay, some people reached out to me and they said we'd like to help out your listeners.
Okay.
You go to lynda.com/kindafunny.
Okay.
You get a 10-day trial.
I'm all
and I
for
said,
this.
this is Linda from Portillo's?
No.
And they said, sure. Will you sign the
They were
contract
like,
if
we
we
don't
say
know
yes?
what Portillo's is.
What
but
is
sure.
what is lynda.com/kindafunny?
It's a tutorial site. So it's a site where you can go and you can learn a lot of different things. Namely, for me, what I like it for was you can learn a lot about After Effects, the Adobe products, and Cinema 4D, which are those are the three things. With Illustrator, Photoshop, all those things. I use those to create the graphics for the show. Very simple stuff. I've used if you see the GameOverGreggy intro for this show.
Sure.
You know, the 3D dropping letters. That's Cinema 40. You can learn how to do all that stuff at lynda.com. It's actually really cool.
So real quick, to cut through the BS.
The BS.
This is a sponsorship opportunity.
It is.
But it's something you two have actually used.
I use it all the time. I mean,
Okay.
I think anybody that's into video at all at some point has come across it for sure.
Okay.
Like it's one of those things where
It's what college should be, really. It's
Exactly,
just
like,
focused
during
learning
college,
tutorials.
for me, everything was just lynda.com.
Yeah.
It was just like
Really?
That is what made me better than
I didn't even know that when we signed this thing.
Yeah, no, it's super awesome. It's like you learn basic Photoshop, and then you get to go advanced Photoshop, and like there's all these different tutorials, so you can actually like, and they give you like the program files, so you can actually learn along with the videos and stuff.
Sure.
And it's great because it teaches you the basics so that you can go and do the stuff, whether it's Premiere,
and
After Effects, and all
and
that stuff.
the courses are actually done, so it's an intro. It takes you very at your pace. And the thing I like about it too is, you know, these are online tutorials, so you can take them at your pace. You're not being taught something in a class with 50 people. You're not being taught at, you know, a speed where you're not able to just sort of pause and kind of rewind and things like that. I mean, you are being taught at that speed where you're able to pause and rewind and kind of rewatch things. And that's how I learned probably 90% of the computer skills I have today, which is just kind of going online, finding awesome tutorials and just working them.
And they have stuff other than video tutorials. I mean, there's tutorials on there other
Pretty
than
much
I want to be a
any
video person.
program
Yes,
that you
yes.
can think of, like
Okay.
any popular program, there's tutorials for
Perfect.
it. And it's crazy too because I'm so interested in this stuff that like I actually go back like every year. They'll do like the new versions of the Premiere and Photoshop and stuff, and I watch the new versions just to see what they added in like the new.
All right.
They'll do like update programs.
It's
such a
important for
wonderful-
Cinema 4D too, because I've actually fallen off Cinema 4D for a while, but they do an update every year, and every year there's new cool features, and it's one of those things where you're like, I gotta know how to render something faster because this actually could equate to more time for me, which might be, you know, more money if you're doing a freelance gig, or more money if that's your job, you know. So,
Or you get Taco Bell faster.
or you can just finish the project so you can get to Taco Bell before it closes at 11. Which one day we're gonna have an entire episode about why Taco Bell doesn't stay open late. Or
Why
just
they don't? That's our whole thing. The fourth meal.
They're
What are you talking
not.
about?
They're not open past 11. It's annoying.
Well, that's because
Here they aren't.
stupid places.
In
New York, they're open,
I was
like,
gonna
all
say
day.
in Chicago they're open super late.
Are they?
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Till
No,
midnight
see,
or later is like the commercial, and then it's something other. All right. So, anyways, lynda.com/kindafunny for 10 days free of trying out this crazy tutorial program.
yeah, I'd give it a shot. If you're interested in learning anything about, you know, if you want to make
Programs.
like simple graphics like what we have, you can see here. Lynda. I mean, it's probably been up already.
Is there a
for the last
tutorial
20 minutes.
for Kevin to use Kevin on how to appropriately?
I think there's a
annotate?
tutorial. Yeah, you could do that.
The Kevin tutorial.
But yeah, it's a great
1.0.
product. Give it a shot if you want to get into video production.
Okay. My topic.
Wait, I have an insult.
Oh, Kevin's got his insult.
Kev, you don't have to say wait. It's an insult. You
Yeah, I
just
was gonna
throw
say.
it out at us.
Remember,
Oh, the insult. Well, we haven't decided.
Do you want the insult?
Kevin's
I like
so
that.
funny. We did the Patreon live stream right before this. Remember, if you donate $15 or more to us on patreon.com/kindafunny, you get to be part of a Q&A every month. It's live. Somebody said that Kevin should catch us off guard with the insult. Here's the insult.
Greg Miller thinks Hunter Pence style insults are still funny, and that's
Damn.
Foundation vids. Why are we all doing? Why are we doing the air
I don't
horn?
know. It just felt appropriate.
That was the time to do it.
Foundation vids. Well, thanks, Foundation vids.
That's 2 months in a row of Foundation
They're
vids insulting
smart.
us through the Hunter Pence videos.
They're smart.
No.
You know why? They have
Why?
a brand, and they're
Nice
using
sponsor.
our brand
Yeah.
to get their brand out there.
Our very successful brand, where you could get a month of shout outs on it for $3,000. Sounds like a steal. Anyways, my topic: Thanksgiving is overrated garbage.
No way.
I like how you didn't even let me get through it. I was like,
Thanksgiving is overrated garbage.
Stop.
Let's go from point one here. Now I
Colin,
understand they're
stop.
around holidays. There's a sub point to this point of this topic, right?
Let's unpack it.
If we're doing the outline here, you got Thanksgiving is garbage. Then the A topic, I guess, would be that Thanksgiving is the title of the paper. Your A topic
Is
is
garbage.
garbage. Your B topic would be, I understand. When as a modern human beings in a culture are we going to get over the old shit of the past? I mean, there's so many problems with Thanksgiving, but also number one would be the fact that why are the two holidays that are supposed to bring families together a fucking month apart? Can we move one of them to July?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Can't we just fucking space
Greg,
it out a bit?
They can't help when the first Thanksgiving was, or when
They
Jesus
can't help when the
was
first
born.
Thanksgiving was.
I understand. That's what I'm
You
saying.
can't just move it around.
I
It's
understand.
our country's heritage.
We should probably suck it up, though. No one thinks that like the Pilgrims did it on this day.
But they did it around that time.
They got dirty on that day. I
they
understand that
got
point.
down and dirty. They got that good
Christmas
turkey.
seems like a one that can move around a bit.
They can move Christmas around because Jesus wasn't born in December for sure.
Thank you.
I
can't
think,
move Christmas. That's blasphemy.
but I think I was reading about this not too long ago that there's like some anecdotal evidence in the Bible by that the way they talk about the time in which Jesus was born, that he was probably born in the spring. So, I don't know the history of why or how it landed at that time. But Thanksgiving is
They talk about the time of
understand
year
that
when
Christmas was
Adam
not a
and
big deal until 150 years ago.
Yeah.
But now it's the biggest deal.
But Thanksgiving is essential to this
Sucks.
is I don't understand your whole thing of like when can we get over old things like
I'm just saying to move it. I'm just saying to move
our,
it. Just to
our
move it.
society is we are a young society that doesn't have a lot of history compared to a lot of European countries
Sure.
and old kingdoms and stuff like that, and I think that stuff's important. Thanksgiving is like one of our unique American holidays.
Well, it's time to own up to it. Then this is what I'm asking for. Let's lower the importance of Thanksgiving and/or Christmas. So clearly Thanksgiving, because the retailers are behind Christmas, and just make 4th of July a bigger deal. And then that's something you get together with your family on, and you do stuff too.
4th of July is a big deal. You blow shit up.
Sure, but 4th
Yeah,
of July
those
is
shoot
not like,
guns.
oh, Grandma's coming over for 4th of July, and then she comes, and maybe
Is that
she
what you
does.
used to say when Thanksgiving was coming?
Oh, Grandma's coming! Some fan wanted that again today. They
really
they
good.
love the
The
Kermit,
Kermit
arms.
flail.
Yeah.
Hashtag Kermit flail.
Yeah.
But no, Thanksgiving sucks. It's
it
why are
doesn't.
we
You're
eating?
crazy,
why are we
dude.
eating at 3
What
in
are
the
you
afternoon?
insane?
Oh my God. You know
There
why?
are
You know why?
3
you're-
football games
Sorry.
on that day.
I like
my
that
God.
part
Let's
of it.
stop right here. Let's stop right here. No true member of Team Fat would have said what he just
Yeah, I know.
said.
You're on
What,
a
eating
imposter,
at 3 in the
Greg.
afternoon?
I'm trading you. You're
Here's
going
what
down
I
to the
want now.
minors.
A pizza, some wings, a bagel. Better food than Thanksgiving food.
Yeah, I do not like Thanksgiving food. We've been over this.
You just dropped the mic.
I got nothing to say other than that.
Dropping the mic.
Turkey is
fuck
only good
turkey.
once in a while.
I just don't like turkey at all. The
No one
cranberry sauce shit, no.
Now,
Sweet potatoes, no. Yams, if those are different,
no, they're the
no.
same. You don't give into the
I
yam
don't
sweet
like
potato
this
argument.
shit. What's good about Thanksgiving food? Ham, hell yeah. Stuffing, hell yes. Pumpkin pie, done. That's it. I want those 3 a lot. None of that other shit. Though.
You got mashed potatoes. You can do regular mashed potatoes.
I don't count
They're
that as
amazing.
Thanksgiving food.
Scalloped
That's just
potatoes. You can make those.
normal
Thanksgiving.
people food.
By the way,
Scalloped potatoes?
The
Get
green
the
bean
fuck outta here.
casserole gets made at my house for Thanksgiving.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
green bean
More
casserole
garbage.
is
Yeah.
just
Okay with casserole.
business.
Hey, remember when we took these green beans and we fucking ate them and then we puked them up into a casserole dish? Here they are. That's
good,
green
though.
bean
I
casserole.
feel like
not
you
how that
don't. I
works.
feel like you don't quite understand. I feel like you're eating Thanksgiving dinner off of like a stuffing box or something like that. Like you're not having like a real. You're having like a Stouffer's fucking.
I'm
Thanksgiving.
having a real
You're not
Thanksgiving.
having a real.
If
You're not having a real
Thanksgiving food
Thanksgiving.
was so good, we'd eat it more often. The fact that a turkey only happens twice a year
Well, it's
should be
because
a
it's
sign
hard.
of
It's
something.
hard as hell to cook. It takes like 12 hours to cook a
Turkey's
big
only
turkey.
20 pounds, and they're
You,
expensive.
we got that
Stupid.
turkey fryer out there.
You understand
You
that
can
if
we can turkey fry in 45 minutes. We're done. We never do it.
if we had Thanksgiving more than once a year, there's a good possibility that turkeys would overrun this planet. If we had to
If we
grow
didn't
more,
do it.
What?
if we did, because we'd have to make more turkeys, we'd have to keep more of them alive.
Sure.
And those things are big.
And they're loud.
And they're fast.
mean. You guys see those
Faster than you
YouTube
think they
videos?
are.
Kevin.
Yeah,
I
the one
want
where
you-
the turkey chases like the
Yeah.
newscaster all over the place.
They
That's
fuck shit up, man.
Pandemonium. right
Chicken
there.
is
It's
better than
chaos.
turkey.
I agree with
Period.
that.
Why don't we eat more chickens on Thanksgiving?
We eat chicken all the time.
Yeah.
Why don't we?
We
I
eat
would
turkey
rather
be-
have fucking fried chicken on Thanksgiving.
Come on,
than
you guys
turkey.
know why
all
we
the
eat
time.
the turkey. The turkey's the American bird.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No,
Screaming
that's true.
Eagle.
when
Rest
when
in
the
peace,
country
Coach.
was founded,
going on the flag.
Benjamin Franklin wanted the
going on the
official
flag.
bird, like the bird on our crest, to be the turkey, not the eagle. So, and the
then
bald eagle's like the.
If I
like,
turned
it's
my
like such
quarter around
it's like
and
the
there was
worst
a
eagle.
fucking turkey on it, I'd be pissed.
You wouldn't know any
feel
better.
I mean, think
Yeah,
about
well-
condors or falcons, and then we picked the
Falcons are
bald eagle.
badass. We should have been the Falcons. Falcons are badass.
Yeah.
Just the word Falcons.
Peregrine
Pterodactyls.
Falcons.
Pterodactyl. Sickness.
Hell yes.
What's up? Welcome to the United States. Here's your pterodactyl.
Deal
Isn't that what
with
they
it.
do? Isn't that what they do when people come into the country? They give them the
Here's
bird.
your bald eagle.
Here's your bald eagle.
Hold it. Touch his
They
head.
insult the kids' table. You break into these tables at Thanksgiving.
Oh, I always hated
you
the kids'
sit,
table.
You break. Wow, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Why are we
See,
doing
something that I really did like about Thanksgiving.
All the food on the plate
especially
touches?
in college.
Gross.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm with that.
All the food on the what?
Too
the
much
plate
consistency.
touches.
But you get a week off.
Greg, jeez.
Yes, that's fine. I like the
That's
vacation.
awesome. Because, when you're in the spring semester, you get the 1 week off for spring break.
Spring break.
But when you're in the other semester, fall semester, you get that week off for Thanksgiving, and then you get like the winter break. That means your finals and stuff, you're in a good time.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Can we put a pin in this for 1 second?
If we have to.
Fuck you, man. Because, like, Nick came back saying Spring Breakers was a good movie. And so me and Christine watched it. I can't believe I've never talked to you about this. And we watched it, and it was so fucking bad.
Look at all my shit.
And it literally was to the point where she's like, this is terrible. And I'm like, maybe it'll get better. Nick said he liked it. And then by the time that I realized it was bad, I was so mad. I'm like, let's turn it off. And she's like, no, we're sticking it out.
That's what
now.
happens.
No, she wasn't into it. She was trying to punish me.
Oh, I see.
She learned. She was like, "Oh no, now you want to get out of it." 20 minutes ago, I wanted to stop.
Yeah, but is there anything better than walking up to people and just whispering,
Spring break. It's so good. It's so
Good.
good.
That was a good aside.
Don't watch this movie, Colin.
I don't watch many movies. I gotta be honest.
Oh god.
I still have to find a way to Interstellar. So here's the thing. There's a few things that are really essential to understand and vital to understand about
If you watch
Thanksgiving.
the whole thing. Sorry.
One is if you don't like Thanksgiving, you don't like Thanksgiving food, you're probably doing it wrong. But I mean, I just gotta be honest with you. And no.
I'm sorry. You take the table. Take the table. Take the table.
No. If you are a member of Team Fat, which you purport to be, I don't know. I haven't seen you out there on the practice field.
This episode of the GameOverGreggy show is slander against its namesake.
You would embrace and look forward to Thanksgiving. Now, I have Thanksgiving at my friend Kevin's every year since I've lived in California. I went to Northeastern with him. We have a little, not this Kevin.
Oh, sorry.
My friend Kevin's an electrical engineer, and he lives in San Francisco, and we all congregate there. A lot of people from Northeastern and some of our friends, and so many people go, like 20 people, that there's just so much to eat. People bring mac and cheese. Our friends from Wisconsin make this bread, this huge loaf of bread where they just put like cheddar cheese infused in it. Like it's not only Thanksgiving food. You have some pastas, and obviously you have your turkey and your stuffing and stuff like that. But the other part that's really fun about it is everyone is fucking wasted the entire day at this Thanksgiving thing.
Because you start at like 1.
Yeah.
You're watching the ball games.
Right. And there are
don't
three football games on that day.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
So Thanksgiving, in a sense, is a very important and a very exciting day for Team Fat and for football fans. And now I just want to say something real quick before we move on. That in New York, we don't get the whole week off.
I like how Colin always thinks he's the last point in the conversation.
Let me move on to the conversation. We only get Thursday and Friday off. That's because in New York, at least downstate, we get a ton of Jewish holidays off. So we are off like half of October. We get like Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and all these things off. And we get a week in February and a week in April.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's how we do it.
Damn.
Yeah.
I should have been there.
So here again, I want to talk for a second.
Yes.
Real talk. I'm saying it's overrated. I'm not saying it's bad.
I
I've
think they
had
said it's
amazing turkey.
bullshit.
Well, the holiday in general is bullshit. But now we're talking about the food. You're trying to get to a food level
Well,
here.
that's all that matters. The history doesn't matter to you. You don't care about the history.
Well, it's all a bunch of lies. We all learned it was lies.
What it's all
No,
about?
that's
Pilgrim
fucking
and Indians
bullshit.
coming together? No,
I did
the
not put my
Pilgrims
hand
fucked
down
over
and
the
draw with the
Indians.
crayons for nothing.
They fucked each other over and they murdered a bunch of each
The
other.
Indians saved the Pilgrims.
And the
though. They
Pilgrims
didn't-
fucking murdered them.
I used to make my hand
Not really,
turkeys have 2 heads.
That's not really what happened, but I mean, there was a lot of strife and a lot of bloodshed.
Sure.
They were peaceful at first.
Yeah. That would have been more interesting. I wish they told us the whole story.
Nah, that's boring.
Here's why I like it.
Early colonial history.
Some of the food's good. Turkey can be good. Cranberry out of a can, I fucking love. Somebody was insulting that shit the other day. I love cranberry. I'll tell you what I did last year, though. I bought a bunch of cranberry cans, and I put them in the cupboard. You know how many I've eaten since then? Fucking 0. When do you eat that food? When do you fucking eat that food?
During Thanksgiving.
Yeah, exactly. What the hell? Why?
You stocked for this year. You
No.
beat the rush.
I'm ready to
you're
go.
already- yeah, you gotta
Yams,
get
I
a
agree with
start.
Tim. Overrated bullshit.
Oh
Yams
my
are
god, I want
great.
to murder someone when you say that.
They're good. They're
Yams
fine. You put
are
the pecans on top.
No,
That's
man.
fine. Whatever.
My wife likes a good sweet potato mash, like a mashed sweet potatoes. Best thing on the planet. Best thing on the planet if it's done well. And
That's
it
not
just-
true.
Oh, it's so
Pizza's
good.
better than the
Cut up-
fucking
No, I
crappy
mean,
ass
I'm talking
yams.
about if you put that
Things
in
fall
front of me
apart.
right
Body
now.
commentary. What up?
Since I just had pizza, I would be like, yeah, give me some sweet potato mashed sweet potatoes.
cut them up, slice them like fries, deep fry them.
Oh yeah, no,
And
sweet
dip 'em
potato
in
fries are
mayonnaise.
amazing. They're amazing.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah, that's right.
What about the
Yeah, that's right.
the cinnamon butter and all that stuff?
You don't know that.
And even then, by the way, bullshit. They suck.
No, they're great.
Once in a while, fine. This used to be the big thing. Remember when Outback Steakhouse came to town, Tim? And you'd go to Outback Steakhouse and everybody would get a fucking sweet potato there?
No, I
Like,
don't
take this
remember
and
that.
shove it up your ass. No
Yeah,
one cares
I
about
don't like that
baked
shit.
potato, another garbage food.
Baked potatoes are great.
Garbage.
Baked
Great.
potato is a...
Garbage food.
It's a waste of
Kevin, do me a favor and go get Greg a green drink, please. Because that's all he wants to eat.
No, I'm not
the man
saying
a green drink.
At no point am I saying that baked potato isn't a fattening food, and I'm not saying I don't like it because of calories. I don't like it because it's a conduit of no taste.
Yeah, it's so
Hey,
plain.
how about you eat this fucking thing of clay?
Oh, see, this is why-
What's it taste like?
This
Nothing.
is why I like the baked
fucking
potato.
dump shit on it. Why don't I just eat this shit? Why don't I just eat the sour cream mixed with the fucking mixed up cheese?
That's why. See, that's why I like the baked potatoes, because you feel like you're eating something healthy, but in reality, what you've done is you've
Potatoes are
gutted a
horrible for you.
potato and you've just poured cheese, bacon, and sour cream and some chives on top of it.
Yeah.
So you're basically just eating bacon, cheese, and sour cream with a little bit of something
yeah,
that you
but
think
put it on
is
French
good.
fries then.
You can.
Here's what I'm gonna counter with everything
But you
we're
can't,
talking about.
you know, just eat it. It's
Underrated holiday, Easter. Why? Because ham is the star. Ham is the star of
And
Easter.
Jesus.
Well, Easter egg hunt.
No.
Not in Italian families.
Ham is the star, and then you also get the lamb cakes from Jewel. You ever seen these? They make these out in New York.
Jewel makes you lamb cakes.
Singer?
No,
She
they
brings
don't-
lamb cakes to you.
No, they make little. Jewel is a grocery chain in the Chicagoland area.
She's also a singer.
And she's fantastic.
Great teeth. Does a lot of country now.
Even after
You're gone, and I know that you love me. Yeah.
Stop, you're going to get a strike. It's
Sorry.
too perfect.
These hands are small, I know.
Why is she
Why,
Morgan
why
Freeman?
is she Morgan Freeman right now? Why did she go to Morgan
I don't know why
Freeman?
she went to Morgan when she did that song, but Jewel sells cakes that are little lambs. They're in the shape of lambs, and they got a lamb's head. And if you want to fucking feel like a badass fat kid, team of fat, you got the little loaf cake. You eat a slice of that, right? And then when everybody's done at the thing, you walk up and you just grab the head off of the lamb and you eat the lamb's head. So fucking awesome.
See, the thing about Easter that pisses me off is Halloween has the stupid little candy corn. Fuck candy corn.
Candy corn's
Easter
good.
has that stupid peeps.
The
The peeps.
Peeps.
are the
Peeps need to
worst.
get the hell
They're the
out.
worst.
I ain't down with
You know
that
what
shit.
my mom likes to do? Buy the peeps, pierce the package, let them get stale, then eat them.
Oh,
Why does your mom
Jamie.
do that?
You know what else my mom likes to do? My mom likes to take a beer, she'll pour it, and then she'll whirl it around to make it go flat. My mom's a weird lady.
She's weird.
Yeah,
She's
she
a good
is
lady.
a weird lady.
No, great
She's a
lady.
she's a real good lady.
Great lady.
Real good.
Has some odd tendencies though.
There you go.
I'm gonna throw that out there.
Hard to believe she raised such a normal son like me.
I know you're straight as an arrow. I mean, straight
She
that was
she
the
did
wrong
something
turn of
right
phrase.
because-
Sorry about
No,
that.
I think you're making it sexual now, but I think just in general.
How's that green drink coming? Good.
I get that green drink.
Greg's getting thirsty.
What are those green drinks? Because I opened up the fridge.
Steimer makes them after she learned from Cheryl. It's an infection
Oh,
in this
God.
house.
I ain't down with this. They're disgusting. These drinks.
Cheryl's actually is pretty good, but I just on principle won't drink it.
Yeah,
I'll tell you one thing right now, and this is not a sexual innuendo at all. Your girlfriend's apple pie
Oh my god,
is fantastic.
It's so good.
Fantastic.
It is.
We were over
Totally.
here on Saturday, and she was making the stuffing. You call it stuffing, filling for the apple
Yeah.
pie. She's like, "Who wants to try this filling?" And I'm like, "I'll try. I got to try the filling. I got to see if the filling's good." And she made me a little bowl of just the filling, and I was like, "Why don't they just make this? Fuck the rest of the
dude,
pie."
but the rest of the pie's so good. It's so buttery and flaky.
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, at the same
Cheryl's
time,
a
I'm
master
like,
baker.
She is, and she came home. We left, but she came home with like a third of the
good.
pie left. And I ate some. Marty ate some.
I ate some too.
Greg ate some.
I'd eat Cheryl's pie every night.
Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you, if that pie, if her pie is that damn good, I would put that pie in my mouth every night.
Yeah,
too.
right? That's
I
what
would
I'm
just
saying.
swirl it around my mouth.
Pie, the standout victor of Thanksgiving, because pie is amazing.
Yeah, you got the pumpkin pie. What else do? I mean, that's
Well,
this
just
is,
in general.
This is my only problem with Thanksgiving. This is the only problem I have, is that for some reason, as a culture, this is the only time we're allowed to have pumpkin pie, and it's annoying as shit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Just like Easter.
Well, you
it's the only
can't
time
say
get
that
the
because
Cadbury egg.
so many people knock the whole fucking pumpkin spice latte business. I love pumpkin. I love pumpkin everything. I bought some pumpkin yogurt. I'm super excited to eat it
all
this week.
pumpkin or thing.
But the problem is that we all love the pumpkin
low fat.
pie, but now it's no, of course not. Now it's just expanded out into all these different
See, I
realms.
don't mind that, but like it's fine if you're gonna make something exclusive and holiday-y. And as human beings, we sort of gravitate toward things that are made
Events.
exclusive for us, right?
May we
Yes.
never forget the pumpkin spice Oreo. Watch the review right here.
Boom.
I like watching Kevin spring into action.
Actually, you got to do it. It's got to go from that side. There you go.
There it is.
Thanks, Kev. I'm fine with that. It's just that pumpkin pie. We had our cake versus pie. No, we didn't. We haven't had. Did we do that last time?
We definitely did.
We did.
Yeah.
The pumpkin pie
Should transcend.
it transcends.
Yeah.
Right? Why isn't it available in January for my birthday?
I'm gonna order.
So
this
last week we did this pie thing, the topic.
We did
right?
cake versus pie.
And then Kevin's like, "We should go get pie after this," and Greg's like, "Fuck that." And I
That's
was
a
like,
great
"God
Kevin impression."
Damn it. Yeah, I know. And so I ended up getting pie with him afterwards, and
Where'd you get
I didn't
pie?
enjoy it as much as he did. He really enjoyed it.
He likes pie.
I got pumpkin pie though,
It's great.
but it's
right?
like I wonder if they always have. We went to this place called Heidi's Pies. Mm-hmm. They specialize.
specialize in pies.
But I don't know if they just always have pumpkin pie. They might.
No,
Here's something
doubt
I
it.
want to say about pumpkin pie. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I feel like I've had so pumpkin pies. I feel like pumpkin pie is always in this range. Not of so obviously to being delicious or whatever. But I feel like a strawberry rhubarb, it'll blow your mind once in a while. You'll stumble upon a pie you weren't expecting to be so good.
I find pumpkin pie to be more like crack-like, where you just get
Crack-like?
addicted to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's just
Maybe
like
that's
it's like
why.
Pringles, where it's just like you
You
just
can't have one.
yeah, you just keep eating it. And you're just like I've said this. I think I said this last week. But if I had the option, I would just fucking like
You know what I mean?
suck that shit down.
screw
Just
Pringles.
guzzle it. Like if
Screw
they,
Pringles
I'd
for
want it
getting
in like
attached.
a bottle like this and just drink
But
it.
it'd be hard to get out of it.
What
It'd
if
be
that
hard to get out
Pringles
of
had
that
like a
small neck.
tap where you go like this and it just starts shooting them out of your hand? That'd be cool.
Pringles?
Well, yeah, inevitably you get your hand stuck in the damn thing,
Oh
right?
well, that.
Oh, you do that. You do
That's
this.
gonna be
I'm
great.
always stupid.
That's
I'm not
gonna be a
thinking.
fun gift right
I'm
there.
not thinking about physics where I'm like, you can just turn it over and dump. I always keep going in, and there's that one that's just too far past where your wrist can go, and inevitably it's stuck. And then you're like, is
Like
everyone
Clerks.
seeing that this is stuck here? Because this is really embarrassing if it is.
Sometimes you gotta let those hard to reach chips go.
Have you had a homemade pumpkin pie, like actually from pumpkin?
Like they took
Yes.
the pumpkin outside and
Yeah.
they killed it and did the stuff.
yeah,
Took it out back, put a bullet in it.
Carved it up.
Double barrel shotgun to the back. I don't know if I've had it
22.
from the nothing.
My
So
mom would make that.
Yeah, my sister-in-law in Tahoe loves making pies. She makes a pecan pie, a pumpkin pie, and she made a sweet potato pie last time I was up there.
No.
And
No.
here's the deal. The sweet potato pie was the best. The pumpkin pie was good. It tastes a lot more fresh. It tastes a lot more like pumpkin. I still like the canned stuff better. But the sweet potato pie, she made it with some sort of like, I guess a graham crust. The whole thing, the entire thing tastes like a Butterfinger. So every slice, every
awesome.
bite was Butterfinger. And I was like, this is my jam. This is the
Great.
thing that I live for right
And then
now.
he came over here and he ate a box of lettuce.
I had about and
Box of lettuce.
and your girlfriend's pie. What's funny is I really respect Cheryl, and I told her as she was giving me that, I was like, I will never make a joke about this. I promise.
I don't think you said that.
I reneged on my comment there.
Carrot cake. That's a Thanksgiving thing.
Is it?
No.
Yeah.
Not where I'm from.
Yeah.
I've never
No,
had
no,
anybody
no.
bring carrot cake to Thanksgiving.
People have carrot cake. I don't like carrot cake when it's real carrots. If you
Oh, God, no.
When there's actual those chunks in it, it's like get out of here.
Well, most
Stop
carrot
that
cake has
shit.
the little chunks in it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, most is imitation,
carrot
I guess.
cake can
I
fuck
don't know.
off. I like just the fake carrot cake.
All right.
Okay. Thanksgiving sucks.
Yeah.
Scalloped potatoes suck. They're the worst.
Scalloped potatoes are great.
They're disgusting and they're gross.
Why are they gross?
That was actually a fight me and Christine once had.
It's like the
Where
better
she-
version of mac and cheese.
Christine was like,
Shut up.
"That's actually a great point. Thank you for catching that. I would have been offended later on
Holy
upon viewing
shit.
this."
I don't think that we give mac and cheese enough love. We talk about foods we like a lot. I don't know if we've ever brought up mac and cheese.
I don't know if we have.
Have we?
I don't know. Mac and cheese is something.
Mac and
something
cheese
special.
is really,
Oh,
really
no, don't
high
get me.
up
I'm
there.
not saying mac and cheese is bad. By the way, I love all these foods. You know I do.
You just said scalloped potatoes are better than mac and cheese.
I think they're the better, more
That's horse shit. You can get out of here.
prestigious version of mac and cheese. It's like a potato.
If you want a prestigious version of mac and cheese, you don't make Kraft mac and cheese. You make it with fucking spiral noodles and put some shit Parmesan in
And
there.
then that's
No one
not
does
real
that.
mac and cheese.
No one really does
That's
that, though.
bullshit. I ain't down with that.
But some people make their mac and cheese too cheesy. See, the secret to me about mac and cheese is that it's just gotta have a hint of cheese. You don't want it too cheesy. You don't want it too cheesy.
So more on the mac.
So wait, where are we going right now with Kraft mac? Are we in the Kraft mac
Kraft
world?
mac is fine,
Okay.
but I'm saying when you have like the artisan mac
Sure.
and cheese.
Yeah.
And
it's
people
it's got
put
that
way too much.
fucking- It's that bite. That
Yeah,
bite.
I don't
You
want
hate
that shit.
bite
What
with
I
the
really like
cheese.
is when people put breadcrumbs in it and stuff
Yep,
like that. and
yep,
like,
yep.
it really
Or
kind
like it's like breadcrummy, but it's also got like bacon in it. Maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Pancetta, like a
or
pancetta.
you could have there's a food truck that does southern food that we go like under that trestle that we go to every so often, and they do mac and cheese with jalapeno in it.
Ooh.
Shout out to the food truck that comes by New York Comic Con. They have the mac and cheese truck there, and they make a buffalo mac and cheese where they give you the mac and cheese and then they put buffalo chicken on top of it.
That sounds
Delicious.
good.
Yes.
Ketchup and mac and cheese. Shout out to that.
Yeah,
No,
no,
thank
ketchup
you.
and
I can't do
anything.
that.
Let's be
Yeah, but
honest.
anything really is
Can't do
fine.
that. But I like where your head's at.
It's good.
Scalloped potatoes suck though, and this was this was a fight Christine and I had once because I said I hated them, and she's like they're amazing, and I'm like she's like how have you had them prepared? I'm like out of the box with the thing. She's like oh that's terrible. We'll make them from scratch one day. I'm like I won't like them. She's like no I'm gonna do it. So she did it, and then she gave them to me, and I ate them, and she's like what? I'm like I don't like them, and she got all mad at me. I'm like I told you I wouldn't like them.
Yeah, hey, that shit happens.
My
I
mom,
don't like these soft
I'm all right
vegetables.
with
my mom makes them out of the box, and when she makes them, I don't eat them. I wait until she puts them in the fridge until they're cold, and it's just a cold like Corningware thing. You know the Corningware like the white thing. She puts it in the fridge
dish.
with the dish. Yeah, puts it in there. It sits there for about half a day. Then around this is why I like Thanksgiving because you eat at 3, which means by law you can have 2 dinners. You can go back at 7.
That's true.
7, 8.
Yeah.
And then if you push it, if you go early on that second meal, you can
Always
actually
push
come back at midnight and potentially go in for a third.
Oh, yeah.
Well, see, here's the thing about turkey I always think about is I enjoy turkey more once it's been in the fridge chilling for a while. You
Yeah.
bring it out of the bag, you get the dark meat, it's a little greasy, you eat it.
Do you do a
call
sandwich?
that-
Ever do a sandwich with it?
Oh, you
Yeah.
gotta
Mayonnaise,
do the sandwich. Oh my
fresh
god, you gotta
tomatoes.
do it. My uncle and I call it the meat bag.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
the meat bag, and the meat bag
Gotta
is
have a meat
just,
bag.
And we talk about it like all the time. Like every time I see him, like, how's the meat bag? Because it's just gross. And I used to think it was funny when I was a kid.
That's pretty funny.
But like you have the meat bag with the white meat and the meat bag with the dark meat. I go like a heat-seeking missile to that dark meat.
Yeah,
bag.
yeah.
the dark meat's where it's at.
And I just take the Hellman's mayonnaise because it's Hellman's back in New York, and I fucking dump half that shit on the white
it's best
Wonder
food too, man.
on the Wonder Bread,
Love it.
and then I just drop some fucking meat on it. And I just
drop
get
that meat.
and then I
Oh,
just,
yeah.
and I just get down.
Oh, get down. You know what? I'll even put a little dash of salt on it too.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
Do you put any
Oh,
gravy on it? You ever
yeah.
put the gravy on it?
No.
I like the gravy on it.
No.
Do you do the stuffing on the sandwich?
I don't know why I'm talking like Nate and I talk to each other, which is a little weird. When we get into it, we do the oh yeah and then no kind of thing, kind of often. Like, brought a little palpitation in my heart. Sorry.
Little
He's
Ahern.
gone.
Those
He
little Ahern.
left you.
Yeah, he
so
did.
you can think about that.
He's in Seattle. He hasn't left. He's not
Oh
that
yeah.
far.
No.
He's not too far.
Colin,
Yes.
what's your topic?
I want to talk about our morning routines.
Woo!
I do a lot of things in the morning.
Yes. I'm curious what you guys do in the morning and you know how you prepare for the day. And I will say that on weekends I don't really have anything that I do. I just get up and I just do whatever the fuck it is I want to do. On weekdays when we have to go to work, Cheryl gets up a lot earlier than I do, so I only sleep from like 12 to 5 or so, and then like the next hour or two are like really just like lucid dreams for me. And I always like wake up like every 15 minutes because I'm just like a nervous person. And then I eventually roll over and I get my computer and I check my email and do all these things. And then I usually like watch like hockey highlights or read the news or whatever. Then sometimes I work out and then I take a shower.
I think most of the time you work out.
Yeah, and now when I'm in the bathroom that very specific things happen.
Here we go.
In a very specific order. And I'm so OCD about it that if I do it out of order, I have to do it all over again.
Wow.
So this is one thing that my friend taught me in college, and I've been doing it ever since, and I pass it on to other people.
You're passing it right now.
It's
Welcome to the
not when
circle,
you
best
fart
friends.
on the wall.
No.
Okay.
This is a cleanliness thing.
Okay.
I always start with green mouthwash in the morning.
Okay.
And at night I do it too. But I only swish it for about 20 or 30 seconds. And then I take a toothbrush and I brush my teeth with it in my mouth. Like the mouthwash in my mouth for about 20 or 30 seconds. This is
Wait, so you're like doing like you're swishing around.
Yeah,
and then you don't
and then-
spit.
no,
you
and
just
then
put the toothbrush.
yeah.
Okay.
And this is apparently to loosen up the plaque and do all these things to keep you healthy.
Smart.
Then I derobe and I get in the shower and I brush my teeth in the shower as we talked about before.
I just, for some reason, and I don't know why, I just imagined the first time the Khaleesi got naked in Game of Thrones, just in my head.
very
right now.
similar.
I don't remember that part. Tell me.
I think
Well, I
it's
don't
when
wa-
she gets in the bath when her brother's
First
there.
episode.
It's like the first episode, isn't it? Yeah, when she's like the girl, like I mean, she gets out of it maybe, and the guy like her handmaidens sort of clothe her, and her brother's there.
Her
I'm
brother.
glad
She
it's-
was getting in and
I'm
out
glad
of
it was
baths a
such a
lot.
great scene for you.
I just think about the
She
Khaleesi
gets in the
naked.
bath. They're out of the bath.
She walks into the bathroom.
It's very
scalding
similar.
hot.
It's very similar.
Yeah,
She can
that's
handle
that's
it.
the end of the episode. Wasn't there another part? It doesn't matter.
I was
Continue,
thinking
Colin.
about when
Sorry.
Bran got naked.
Wow. You're like, I really like that Hodor's dick.
Yeah, big old dick.
He got a big hog down there, doesn't he?
I believe it.
Did you see it? Do you remember that?
No.
I'm not kidding.
Wait, we've seen Horder's dick?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I
When?
didn't watch
It
the
was
last season.
fucking like a baby's arm.
I said when, not what did it look like. But
Season
okay.
2,
Who the
episode
hell
4.
Oh, I don't remember that. I saw
You
season
just
2.
made that up.
Yeah, but it could be right.
I don't remember.
It's
ever
just
seeing
like me.
Hodor's
Greg totally called me out. He was like, "What part of the episode exactly did you see her naked?" I was like, "I don't fucking remember, dude. It's been like 5 seasons, 4 seasons. Who knows how many?"
You like how I grill you on that, and I'm like, maybe I just missed Hodor's dick.
Do you really see Hodor's dick?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And it's
big and
really
white.
fucking huge.
It's like the real actor's dick, or is
Yeah,
it like a
I
prosthetic
don't know.
dick?
I don't know the details.
I'm hoping that it's a prosthetic dick. Because if
man.
not, I got a lot of catching up to do in the dick department.
Yeah. Well, it's genetic. You're not gonna be able to do anything about it.
Well, they have those pumps.
They do penis enlarging pumps.
Yeah, have you
Which
seen
I was
these?
introduced to in
You're
Austin
brushing
Powers.
your teeth with
Alright.
the stuff in your mouth.
Yeah. So all right. So I get in the shower, brush my teeth. Now, then I do things in a very specific sequence. I have
Okay.
a loofah.
Okay.
And I use bar soap.
Now,
Ivory, or Irish Spring rather. I don't like the Ivory stuff.
Oh,
like
it's
Irish
me, laddie.
Spring.
Yeah, Irish Spring. I
wait,
like
you
it.
put
I
the
don't like
bar
that shit.
on the loofah?
Yeah. So then I take the loofah and put it
How
on
do
hot
you
water,
do
and
it?
then I rub it all over the loofah.
I use a liquid soap.
The
out of
liquid
a
soap
squirt
I don't
bottle.
like it because you go do it too quick. You go through it very quickly.
You do, but it's easier to. It suds faster. It gets a nice lather faster than the actual
That's like
bar
the
soap.
smell.
I use the.
We're gonna get to your routine here in a
I
second.
don't really have much routine. Go ahead. Sorry, continue.
That's okay. So then I wash the neck, and then the chest, the back, the arms, the torso, the crotch.
The crotch. How long do you spend on the crotch region?
Just a few
Do you
seconds.
wash your face, your hair?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not
Sorry.
yet.
Just sorry.
Go all the way down.
Yeah.
Now it's hard for me, mostly because I'm just too lazy. I like wash like the top of my feet. Now I get back to that in a little while. Okay. Then I take the loofah and I rinse it out or whatever. Then I use shampoo
Yeah.
and I wash my hair. Then I use conditioner. Now I do conditioner because I get like dandruffy if I don't use conditioner.
Okay.
I don't know why, but that's what
So
happens.
it's just your chemical makeup of your scalp.
And then I leave the conditioner in. And now I take the bar soap back.
So you're smart. A lot of people don't leave the conditioner in. You got to read the directions. If it's good conditioner, it has to be in there for like 2 to 3 minutes.
Right. You got to keep it in there.
Yeah.
So I leave it in, and then I take the soap back, and then I lather up. This is when I'll go down and actually bend over and wash my feet and like my ankles and stuff like that. And then I'll wash my ears
So you're bent over at
and my
this point.
earrings.
Are you still bent over at this point?
Yeah. And then I wash like back my ear, my ear, and my earrings, and then I wash my face, and then I rinse it all off.
At what point do you fart on the wall?
It could happen at any time,
Okay.
and sometimes it doesn't happen at all.
When you interesting.
And then I got out of the shower. Now, I was so OCD back in the day. I'm not quite as bad anymore, but I was so OCD that if I realized that I missed like a part of it, that I'd like start washing my ear before I wash my or I wash my face before I start washing my ear or something like that. I would do the whole thing again. And I don't know why. This was like because this is like a ritual. And then I got out of the shower and I dry off. Then I use my deodorant. I put my Lubriderm on my hands, my arms, and my face.
I used
And
to
then I'm out.
Yeah, I use a Lubriderm sometimes when I go into your bathroom.
This is very. Oh, do you? It's good.
I just like the word Lubriderm.
I like the word lather. I was gonna say.
Lather's
You said
a
it
good
couple
word.
times. It was
Lather's
good.
a really
Lather's
good
a great
word.
word.
So that's basically my morning routine, and then I get dressed, and then I go to work. Now, when I leave the house, this is a whole nother ordeal of OCD.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I walk around and make sure everything's unplugged, and then I stand by the oven and the stove, and I make sure all of the handles are off.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Then I stand
good
by
you
the
have 'em.
Then I stand by the door and I just listen to make sure all the water is off everywhere.
For the record, Tim said it's a good thing you have him. Sure, except for on Saturday morning when I turn on the toaster oven and then I walk off and I come back to put some. Like, God damn it, Colin! I plug the toaster oven in.
And then I lock the door and then I just shake it for a few seconds.
No,
Yeah.
don't be that person.
Yeah.
I know people like that.
That's where you're gonna draw the line.
And then every
draw
once
the
in a
line.
while,
Listening for the water running. Fine, whatever.
and then every once in a
Yeah.
while I leave the house and then I come back and make sure the door's locked. And then I leave again.
I'll do that sometimes. I do that sometimes.
No,
I haven't done that in a long time.
just live for the.
That was
thrill at
about.
that
I had
point.
a bout of OCD like this when I lived at home. No, I don't know, like 7th, 8th grade or whatever. Where it'd be one of those things that I'd wake up, I couldn't sleep because I'd be worried if the garage door was down. Then I go downstairs, unlock the door, look at the garage door, come upstairs. All right, then I lock the door to the garage. I'd come back down, I'd make sure the door was locked. Then I go upstairs, like, well, why didn't I check the garage door? Then I go back in, and the process would repeat.
Man.
So what are your guys' processes in the morning?
So for me, if it's a weekday, so like I'm going to work, I'll wake up and I'll set my alarm for way earlier, like an hour earlier than I need to get up, because I like doing that thing where I wake myself up.
because it feels good
and
to
it just
sleep.
yeah,
Yeah.
it just makes me feel better. Like, oh, I still got an hour to sleep. This is gonna be awesome. I hear it's really bad for you, but I do a lot of things that are bad for me. And so
Heroin.
I'll do that, and then an hour later it'll go off, and then I do the game every morning of, okay, how long can I actually sleep for? Like, when do I have to get up? And now Kevin picks me up in the morning, most mornings.
Good job, Kat.
So I need to be there when he's there. So I'm just like, shit. So I'll do the math there, and every day I push it just a little more.
Because you know he's going to wait for you. He's not going to leave you. Kevin's not going to leave you.
He would leave me. He would definitely leave me.
You got him this job. Show some respect.
So,
Jesus, Kevin.
I do that shit, and then I just push that limit, and then it reaches the point where I'm like, okay, I have to get up if I'm going to shower this morning. Now, lately, there's been a lot of mornings that I'm like, guess what? I'm not showering today. Like, fuck that.
We know.
Oops. Yeah.
Greg and I sit next to you at work.
Yeah. It's bad.
You don't smell ever, but sometimes you look like the dirty kid in class.
I'm pretty dirty looking,
Yeah.
and it's bad. So, but recently, I've been doing that a lot.
Sorry.
But when I don't do that, I'll get up, get in the shower. My routine, I have a routine in the shower similar to yours, where I do the things in the order. I don't have to go back if I fuck it up, though. I'm okay with it. I'm just more like, how did I fuck that up? I do this every day.
Right. It happens. It happens.
I also brush my teeth in the shower. People judge me for that, and
No, it's perfect. It's
they can
awesome.
fuck right
Do you
off.
store your toothbrush in the shower?
Outside the shower.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
But I bring it with me.
Because at night you need to.
So when you're done, like in your routine, you're in there in the shower, brushing your teeth, then you reach back out and put it down?
I put it on top of the door, and then when I get out, I open the door, I dry myself off, then I take the toothbrush to dry it off and put it back in.
I see. Is there not like any like fuzzies or anything on top of the door of the
I
shower?
clean the shower.
I missed the tinkle, the morning tinkle.
You miss the tinkle. What does
Yeah.
that mean?
After I get up, you pee before you go in the shower. You gotta do that.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I need to pee every morning. That's like the first thing that has to happen.
I need to pee
in the
every
shower?
morning.
I'm not. It's weird because I'm the type of guy that would be a supporter of that stuff. But I
I like
don't do
peeing-
it.
I like peeing
I just
in the
don't do it.
I do it every once. I don't do it all the time, but every once in a while, I'm just like, yeah, the hot water hits you. You kind of like, kind of relaxed. And you're
Yeah,
like, all right, I'm gonna go for it.
Absolutely. Anyone that says they don't pee in the shower on occasion, they're lying.
I'm not against it. I just
You're
it's
lying.
not something that I'm like.
No, I don't get out in the morning and be like this.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna run to the shower to take a piss.
Have you ever shot in the shower? I can't even say that with straight face.
No, I've never done
gonna-
it. I've come close though. There have been times when I've like had a bad stomach where I'm like a fart turns almost
my
into
door.
a shit.
Yeah.
And you're like, uh-oh, and you have to just jump out. That's the worst. I have this conversation a lot with my brother where we're like, it's the worst possible thing that can start your day is when you're like, I'm good. You get in the shower,
Oh, I
you're
hate
done
this.
with your
Yep.
regiment, and then you're like, I gotta take a shit. I gotta go to the bathroom right now. You gotta get out of the and no matter what, you can't really dry yourself off all the
Yeah.
way because then your towel's going to be sopping wet and cold by the time you get back in and redo everything you just did. Because you can't take the chance that everything's not clean, right? Have you ever had that happen where you're like, you do it and you come back and you're like, maybe everything's not as clean as I thought it was. And like, it's the worst. It's the worst ever.
bad.
You got to keep going doing the thing. And then you get out of the shower, you get your towel. It is already, it's cold and sopping wet no matter what. And you slip because there's water everywhere all over the damn place. It's the worst thing on the planet.
So I'm in the shower doing the whole process. But for me, besides all just like the what I'm actually doing, it's more about what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about what I have to do during that day. I'm thinking about what shoots I have to do, what dumb bullshit I gotta help Greg with. And
For those of you listening at home,
No. That's you gotta come watch a YouTube video. For
Greg is pantomiming the masturbation.
Oh shit! I
maneuver.
thought that was Tim rolling the dice on what he's gonna do that day.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
He was just going
Yeah.
through. He's like, is it going to be my
He's in the
guys,
shower,
my guys
just
and dolls
rolling
day?
dice.
Where I'm like, luck be a lady tonight.
I don't even know what you're talking about, but I want to know.
He's beating that thing. Beat
My
Portillo.
God.
Beat that wiener dog's head.
But what I'm really thinking about is what am I going to wear today? And in that process is what did I wear yesterday? What do I
Yeah, but
is there any day this week that I want to wear something specifically? And this happens every day.
Every day you worry about the day you have to
yeah,
wear
yeah,
something
and I'm just
specific.
like, okay, do I need to be on camera for anything today? Does that matter? Do I wear things that I'm not okay wearing on camera? And I'm like, every single day I have these same questions.
And yet
it's
somehow
hard.
it's always a black shirt,
The black V-neck?
dark jeans, and Air Force Ones.
First off,
Force Ones.
I would never wear Air Force Ones.
But you get to stomp in your Air Force
I'm not a
Ones.
fan of that.
You don't like the stomp around Air Force Ones?
Jordans, yes. Air Force Ones, no. But yeah, so I have a rotation of clothes that I'll wear, and I tried. There's a couple standards that I'm like always the go-tos, and then there's some that like I'll put back in the closet, and then like every couple of months I'll bring back.
So come tell me
Trade
the
those out.
decision on this. The GameOverGreggy shirt today, a surprise to me. I was excited to see it. You
Yeah.
don't usually wear our stuff.
It was a calculated move, apparently.
Well, this is Nick's shirt,
Oh, that's right.
Calculated.
yeah.
Give it back to me.
So I need to give it back to
Give
you.
it back right now.
Also,
Let's trade.
I'm now in the worst
me.
part of the shower thinking process where it's like, fuck, I haven't done laundry for a while.
Oh,
I'm
so
in a
this
bad
is where
place.
the shirt comes up.
So the shirt. Well, also because I knew that if I wore a black V-neck today, Nick was going to give me so much shit.
Why do I don't give you shit for wearing the black
Well,
V-neck.
I know, but like I knew that you would have today.
It's just every once in a while the stars align at IGN, and I walk
mean
in and
3 days a week?
everyone's wearing a black V-neck.
Yeah.
You, it's James, it's Alex.
Thanks,
half of-
Tyroot, for starting that before you left.
No.
Yep.
Tyroot has the black crew neck.
Tyroot does
What's the
wear crew
difference?
necks. You were wearing a crew neck.
Okay.
V-neck is the one that goes down to like your belly button.
No,
Who started that? Alex Solomia?
I don't know who started that. It just became a thing where it was like it's like a dress
I'm
code
gonna
at IGN.
me and
for a while.
Alfredo. I say we'll take credit for that. We're the first ones with it because it's not just a black V-neck; it's the express
Yeah.
black V-neck.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take that. Tyroot
Okay.
has the crew though, and me and Brian Malkowitz, we both bought black crews in honor of Tyroot.
They call
we
it the
do that too.
Tyroot.
Yeah.
When you go into the Gap to buy them.
So these are all things you have to think about. I'm like, is Brian Malkowitz gonna wear this today? Do I want to be twinsies? Do I not? Whatever. And then I'll get out of the shower and put on that outfit. Go back, get out my stuff, make sure I have my wallet, my phone. I'll do the tap down.
Yeah.
You know, and then, oh, I forgot doing my hair. That's a big thing. Gotta
How long
do
does
that.
this take, your hair?
Not as long as it should. I wish that I put more time into it. I don't.
You got great hair.
Yeah,
you
you do have really good hair.
really
So
gotta
I-
just
I-
like enjoy
lately I've
it
just
while
been
it
kind of-
lasts.
Tossing the shit in, taking the comb, just being like, shit, okay, Kevin's fucking already outside because he's early as shit. You got to stop coming early, dude.
He's
No,
honking.
Kevin,
Let's
not
get
okay
some
with
pies.
Kevin, keep him on his toes, Kev.
But
Keep
yeah.
him on his toes.
So, and then I'll come to work and I refuse to do work until I get coffee. I don't even like coffee.
You don't. What's funny is, but your idea of a coffee, by the way, is
Is
a
a
caffeinated
mocha.
hot chocolate.
Yeah.
He walks in and goes, "Let me get a mocha."
I don't
But
even need to
every
say it.
time-
They know.
Oh, they know.
They just fucking know. Now, here's the thing. I would just get hot chocolates. But I
just
feel
get
like
hot
that'd be weird.
No.
Yeah.
Like,
My
I had
favorite
hot
thing
chocolate
about-
that was good.
The Nick and Tim relationship is that 60 to 65% of the day is spent outside procuring coffee or some other accoutrement, where I will leave at random times and run into you on the streets. I will be at Paragon with an up at noon guest, and I will look out the window and I will see you motherfuckers walking back from Starbucks, and it's just like, Jesus.
It turns out that Tim and I both share one thing in common. We do a lot of our good thinking on our feet.
Yeah. If the thinking's either in the shower or on the feet, and it's weird when we shower
I
together.
can't shower with him anymore
So-
since not since the restraining order.
Yeah.
It's weird because you don't know who's jerking what when you're in a shower with another man.
Again, you're rolling the dice on who gets to go first and
Really
who
are.
watches who's back.
Wow. It's like when Colin, it's just that image I have in my head of Colin just slowly bending over to wash the top of his
His
feet.
ears. His
Here's
ears.
like the Khaleesi.
A little
It
known,
is like the
a little known
Khaleesi.
secret, by the way, is I walk around this house naked all the time.
Oh, I walk around my house
all
naked.
the time. All the time.
When?
All the time.
I'm like, and this isn't me being offended by it. I'm here a lot.
I know when you guys aren't. And I'm fucking naked.
Well, there's
all
actually
over
those
this
funny
place.
times when you don't know and you like go work out, and then I'll be like, "Hey, Steimer says you're waking her up or whatever." You're like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't know she was here."
Well, that's not me walking around naked.
Sure,
That's
I know
another-
that.
I'm not accounting for that. But I know I have my ear to the ground about the
You know,
nature.
So
Water's
is this something
on,
you're
you know.
stripping down just to do?
No, like instead of you take sometimes people go to the bathroom, they take their dirty clothes off and then they bring them back in or whatever. It's a whole thing, right? Like, and you have to bring your towel back to the bathroom when you're done. I like to get naked in my room, walk to the shower naked,
Gotcha.
dry off, put the towel up, and then walk back to my room. So there is no back and forth. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Once
I
I'm
like
in the
to-
bathroom, I'm in, and once I'm out, I'm out.
Yeah,
I
more
like
power
to
to
think
you.
that the Colin doesn't just do it when you're not here. Like he knows when you're here, but like he doesn't
Yeah. He
sometimes
rolls
then
the dice.
too.
There are times
and he
where-
like
yeah,
metal
oh,
gears it around, like riding in
There's-
Metal Gear 2.
There are definitely times where I'm like, oh, they are home,
Cartwheels.
but I only need about 3 seconds. So now it's go time, and then I go.
I think everybody who watches this show knows Colin and I knows that me seeing his dick wouldn't be a big
You'd
deal.
be impressed.
Wait,
with
have
it.
you seen it?
Well, no, I've heard enough descriptions to know what I'm getting into. At this point, if I
we
was going
should
to be
draw each
impressed,
other's dicks
if I
one
was
day.
going to be impressed by your dick, it would have to be touching the ground. The way you talk
I'm
about this.
100% with what Tim just said. At some point, we
have
should put a
draw
category
each
on
other's dicks?
Patreon where if we hit a specific limit, we'll draw each other's dicks.
Like what we
Do we
think they
see
want
the
to
Like,
dicks?
do.
what-
No,
yeah.
just what we imagine the dicks to look
Or
like.
why-
Then Kevin
be
looks
modeling,
at
like-
Kevin gets to look at each dick and decide how close they came.
No, we'll do a blind taste test with Kevin where he has to look at the dick and figure out
blind
whose
taste
dick
test
is
with
whom
Tim.
Well,
and who
you're
drew
gonna
it.
you're gonna see our thighs. It'll be pretty obvious.
Oh, you don't have to draw the thigh. You can do that in foreshortening or like you put that in the background. You know,
Okay, you're still talking about the drawings.
you just do. Oh,
I'm making Kevin looking at my dick. What Patreon goal do we have to do where Kevin gets an eyeful
do
of
you
my
think that
dick?
at some point? I don't know why I think this, but I think at some point if we and there's by all accounts we're going to continue to do this thing that we do around this table. I have this rising suspicion that because of that,
Rising.
Yeah.
we all have to see each other's dicks one day.
Oh, you'll see. I'll show you whenever you want.
Deal.
I don't want to.
Oh my
I don't,
god!
I don't
Please
not
go
want
outside, guys, right now. Look at Colin's dick.
I don't
Come
not
back
want
here.
to.
do the rest of the show.
Colin,
We'll never talk about it.
I'm not adverse to seeing it. I bet it's beautiful.
First
It's
off,
Italian.
that's the whole thing. Is no one's adverse to seeing anybody's dick here.
No.
We've been together too long. It doesn't matter.
I've been in locker rooms before. I've seen a lot of other people's penises. There's that for some reason at IGN someone tore off a little divider.
What
in
the
between-
fuck is up with
wait,
that?
why?
The urinals.
We all made a reference
because-
to it, and now it's just over, and it's normal.
Kevin-
I walk in, I see people.
Did you do it?
There's 2 urinals.
Kevin
There
did
used to be a wall between the urinals. The wall is now gone. What are you saying, Kevin? Just say it.
Kevin was at.
BLS.
They do something called the Brown
Brown
Liquor
Liquor
Society.
Somebody tore it off at Brown Liquor
Yeah, 'cause
Society.
they got hammered.
Yeah, someone was probably
Well,
trash.
whatever.
That's too
This
bad.
is
I mean,
why I don't say drink.
now here's the thing, though. One of the reasons I'm afraid of anyone seeing my dick when I'm walking around after working out is because it's much
Oh,
like
yeah.
when you go, you take, you get out of the
It's
pool and
Costanza
everything
problem.
kind of just
That
shrinks
thing
up.
sucks in.
yeah.
Now, I've often had a thought in my mind where if Greg saw my dick then, I'd be like, well, now you have to see it. I'm going to have to show it to you later
Sure,
because I
sure,
want you to, I
sure.
don't want you to have this image in me. So I'm just coming into your room later and I'm going to show it to you.
I've told you this story before personally, I think. Somebody at this table, I'm sure, where I went to the doctor that one time and I was like, oh, I want to have them inspect a mole that was down there or whatever. And so, like, the nurse leaves you alone. You're like, all right, cool. And this is like, I was a young kid at the point. Nowadays, I don't give a shit. But, like, the nurse leaves and I'm like, all right. So I start, like, fluffing. Like, I don't want this doctor to see this dick and think this is what my dick is because I'm in a cold room. I'm totally off my game. I'm not comfortable, obviously. These are problems.
You gotta fluff.
This ain't my
you
dick.
always fluff.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. This is my dick. Look at the mole.
See, you don't fluff. You just warm. That's what you got to do. Just put like if you got like a car heater and you're like a seat heater in your car.
Oh, yeah.
Put that thing
Oh,
on a
yeah.
high before you go in there if you're having some sort of
Oh,
physical or
what
whatever.
kind of fucking physical are you getting where you're going straight from the car right in the doctor's office? You go in, they're like, all right, it'll be 30 minutes. You sit there, you're going to
just-
Highlights
that's-
magazine. There's
Like,
some,
can you call me? I'll be in my
That's
car.
why you got to do.
I'm warming my dick.
I got to warm this dick up.
you take the North Face coat, you put it over, and you lock the heat in, and then you go into the doctor's office.
Wow.
You wrap it around the front ways.
Your balls are like at your knees.
Well, you
But
know what I
again,
mean?
this
Like when
is
you're
like to this
walking,
point,
it's,
now I
it's
don't
just
care.
tearing the scrotum off each ball, like each leg as you walk. You know, because
God,
it's so
I hate that
stuck
feeling.
onto
the
it. you know?
worst, dude. Like, I'm telling you, having fat thighs is a big problem for me because my balls are just constantly in a state of flux.
The bat wing.
The funny thing is that I can tuck it all away and just walk around as if I don't have a dick at all as well. The big thighs come.
Well, you
the
took it-
big,
you took it
like
up into it or
but like
behind?
well, who does that in a Buffalo
Buffalo
Bill, yeah.
Yeah, you Buffalo Bill it.
yeah, like so it's a blessing and a curse in that respect.
I guess. My morning routine.
Yeah.
I wake up 6:45, 7:15.
I'm so early, and then you
Somewhere in
text
there.
us.
Because I have a long,
Yeah, you
I have a
do
long
text us a
fucking
lot.
way to go. You have a car. You have a nice life ahead of you.
Time you're just like I'll be like, does Greg think that we're up at 7 o'clock in the morning, or does
Why
he
is
just
your phone not on
give
Do
a
Not
shit?
Disturb or learn to sleep through it?
I
It's just
always
I'm just
forget
giving
it.
you things to wake up to that are positive usually.
I love it.
It's rare that I'm like, hey, Kevin, fuck this video up like
Hey
he always
guys, I'm
does.
warming up my dick.
Hey, stop putting
7:15.
things in playlists that don't fucking go to the playlist because YouTube sucks. Kevin. Wake up, 6:45, 7:15, sometimes later, depending on how tired I am. And then I look at the love of my life, the one who warms my heart, and I say, Portillo, do you need to go outside? Because sometimes either Portillo, if he's sleeping down by the legs, everything's fine. But sometimes I'll wake up and he'll feel me stir, and it's right this. It's right to this. Right dog in my face. I'm like, well, let's go outside right away. I'll put on pajama pants. I'll take him out. He'll do his thing. Or he just flip the script. I go right to the bathroom, poop, first thing first. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Roll over. I turn off the alarm. Look at Portillo. See what he's giving me body language size. Then I pick up the phone back up. Right to Twitter. I want to see what's happening. What have I missed? What are people tweeting at me?
At 6 a.m., you didn't miss anything.
You'd be surprised what's happening in the UK. Oi! It's me, Casey McDowell. Want to go
changed
to
our
pub
flag.
trivia, do you, governor? Brought all these PS3s for you, I did. And then look at Instagram. Then I'm in between all that. I'm probably pooping, getting that out of the way.
You poop in the morning.
Yeah, oh yeah, big time, big time.
How many times do you poop a day?
I'm pretty regular now to the point of just when I am in the morning. In the
Okay.
morning, I poop in the morning.
That's good.
Sometimes though, however, I'll tell you the exceptions: umami burger or a Michi's. I'm pooping when I'm done.
Immediately after?
Not immediately, but at some point in that
Comes out.
afternoon, I'm taking another poop there.
Okay.
Something about the spices, I guess. They're using
Maybe.
those
It's the cheese,
Peruvian
probably.
spices.
It's probably it might be the cheese, but cheese is supposed to bind you up. It's all the grease probably.
Yeah, well,
Gets
it's
it
it's
going.
probably
Those
says.
Peruvian spices on the Michi's pizza. Didn't know about that in the recipe.
I finish the poop. Then it's right to the sink. Then usually I brush my teeth. I'll pop out the Invisalign retainer things I wear because I'm already done with them. Then my teeth don't mash together anymore. That's all I wanted out of it. Brush my teeth, then shave, then shower, and then get out of the shower. Then if I haven't walk Portillo. Bada bing, bada boom. Then go. Usually I leave the house and realize I've forgotten something, and then I'm too lazy to go back and get it.
Unless it's headphones. You never leave the house without headphones.
Well, I bring a backup pair of headphones because I
Good
forgot
Lord.
my headphones
I
so
love
many
you so
times.
much.
Yeah. But usually it's like on Sunday. Like this Sunday we go grocery shopping and I buy my food for the week, which includes a whole bunch of beef jerky, a whole bunch of Cliff Bars, and a whole bunch of yogurt. And so then it's just the struggle every Monday morning not to forget any of that shit. And so literally this Monday morning, I got my bag that I packed the night before. So excited that I didn't forget it. Made it to the street, and literally as I hit the sidewalk, I was like, fuck, I didn't put the yogurt in the bag. And I looked back at the house, and I was like, nah, I don't want to do it. And just walked down, bought a bagel.
Gone
Yeah.
too far.
Yeah, once I'm outside, I want to do it. Then you have the fucking indignity of buying the bagel from Ironside, coming into work and finding out, oh, we bought bagels. Well, why
It's
the
Bagel
fuck isn't
Tuesday
anyone
all the
goddamn
time.
texting me? I
I
want
woke
text
up
at
at
6
5 o'clock
a.m.
in the morning, and I know what's up.
That's a good Greg impression.
Thanks.
That's a good Greg
my
impression. That's my routine. It's boring. It's nothing too exciting. I get on the Muni.
Yeah, I wish one of us did something super crazy. What's yours?
Oh,
Nick?
you're looking at me now.
I'm hoping you do something crazy.
I mean,
Not
I don't
that
do
it
Nick does
anything
not do something
too
crazy.
I do this weird thing where I do the same thing you do. First of all, which I set my alarm way too early, and then since I drive myself to work, sleep through it until I just feel like waking up. Let's be honest. Then I
So
check
what
my
time do you
phone.
get up? You're yelling at me for getting up too early. I now get up late. I used to get up when I'd go running. I'd get up at 5, and then when I was like, "Fuck that," I'd get up at 6, and I try to be
My
work
Lord.
by 8 because I like being at IGN early.
That's weird.
I would make myself.
No one's
sick
there to
if I woke
fucking
up
get
at
in your
5.
way. you get things done.
Yeah, I know, but then you still have to work till like 5:30, which is like, wow, it's so long.
Anyways,
I wake up at about 8 generally.
that's good.
Shower, do the whole shebang. When I lather, I do it with a shea butter, that kind of like brown sugar shea butter smell, like body wash. I think that's what it's called. Cocoa butter, I think maybe.
I didn't go into this. I'm sorry. I want to give a shout out to Christine Steimer, of course. Christine Steimer has gone down this road now of the all organic products, which I fought for a long time. But she gave me this body bar that's coffee and like oatmeal or whatever. Fucking, I want to eat this thing every goddamn morning. It smells so good. And then I use a shampoo and conditioner that are just amazing too.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I get out, and I generally go to Starbucks every day. That's what really starts my morning off.
Oh, that makes sense.
Every day I go to Starbucks
That
and I
makes
get
sense.
a venti iced
Yeah.
coffee.
The fact that he walks in with a goddamn coffee cup from Starbucks every day, you just put that together?
What? I mean, to be honest, I thought he just kept the one from yesterday and just like used that.
You think
like,
Nick Scarpino isn't baller? Nick Scarpino is
goes with all it
baller.
feels like.
Tell you
but
what.
I didn't know you go in the morning though.
Yeah, I go in the morning every morning. So I'm usually at Starbucks by about 9 and 9:15 sometimes if I'm running a little behind, which I generally am. Go there and I try to debate whether or not I should buy breakfast at Starbucks.
You should not do that.
It's a terrible idea because I'm addicted to the thing called the protein pack, which is
Oh.
3 slices of apples, an egg,
The little
weird
hard-boiled egg.
leavened thing. Yeah, there's a hard boiled egg, a little bit of like an unleavened bread thing that has a raisin in it, and then some grapes and some peanut butter. This thing's like $5. It's incredibly expensive for what you get, and I'm addicted to it. So sometimes I can talk myself out of getting that and into getting a Kind bar, which I've stopped eating now because they started to hurt my damn teeth. Because let's be honest, Kind bars went from being sort of a health bar to now they're just made of chocolate and or caramel, making them more of a candy bar. So I digress. Then I just go to work.
Yeah, I've seen you get pissed off when they don't have your little packs.
Oh, I don't like that
I'm
shit.
just like, it's
Yeah,
really
I need
funny.
it. I need it because it's good. It's a good little energy boost.
I enjoyed it when they used to have the bacon, egg, and ham sandwich. But then they started putting the bacon, egg, and ham sandwich on this weird-ass bread. It's
yeah,
disgusting.
they're doing some weird stuff with
I
it.
don't like that at all. Bring back the ciabatta. Ciabatta's what's all about.
Oh, that ciabatta bread was good. That Gouda.
I
That
got
smoked
a
bacon
ciabatta,
Gouda.
as they say.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't do anything crazy. No, nothing.
Okay.
I mean, what are you gonna say, Tim?
No.
It's over.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all we got.
Those are our morning
None of us
routines.
watch porn in the morning.
No.
Nothing.
I know,
Or
my
I'm
friend-
sorry. Read porn in the morning.
I mean, once in a while, if I'm feeling frisky, I'll look at like Gone Wild on Reddit,
Sure.
see what they're up to.
If I'm feeling
Sometimes-
frisky,
What are
go
they up
Gone
to
Wild.
over there?
Yeah, so every once in a while, like if I was looking at something the night before and it's still on my phone,
You'll
'cause
continue the story?
I check my phone in the morning first thing. I don't
Sure,
know why. I just
sure.
like
You go through all
I have a
Greg's
bunch of
texts.
notifications. I read the novel that is Greg Miller's fucking text.
Sorry,
feed
I wanna
for me
keep you
at
up to date
6.
about the good
No, I
news.
love it. I loved it especially today when you were like, "Hey, great news! Melissa Joan Hart just started following all of us," and I was like,
That's what
"God."
you tweeted us.
Oh, is that what I
I
said?
talked about Kevin Smith.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. That's great. No, I always love your great news. But yeah,
Melissa Joan Hart followed all of y'all motherfuckers,
Except-
and Sean Finnegan, and did not follow me.
you're pissed
I'm
about
really
that.
She also followed Alexis Kazambalidis.
Yeah.
She did. I got a text from Lexus, who I think is still in Hawaii,
Yeah.
and was like, "Did Melissa Joan Hart just follow you?" And I was like, "I think so." She's like, "Why did she follow us?" And I'm like, "Don't ask why God works in mysterious ways.
Man,
He just does."
It's a good way of putting it.
I want the cat to follow me. Then all you guys will be jealous.
True story.
Same.
The guy who did the cat's voice, and now hold on. Actually, I'll just tell you the story. True story. The guy who does the cat's voice was none other than Lex Luthor in the Superboy TV show. Now, true story on top of that, I'm just going off my audio cues. I never did the research on that, but I assume I'm right on that one.
I
That
also
seems like I'm
think
right
that
about
it's
it. And
Eric
it's also
Matthews' best friend from
Dave Matthews.
No.
from
no,
Boy Meets
because he
World?
was old. He was old. He wasn't young. Sabrina the cat. Yeah, no.
Oh
no.
wait, maybe
Sail on the cat.
it might have been
Thank you
Binks
very
the
much.
cat from Hocus Pocus that he's the voice. of.
That's very much correct, yes. Now, here's one for you. Are you ready? Is a deep cut. If you remember, on top of all that, this guy was also on Seinfeld, and I believe... No, I'll fuck that up. But he was on Seinfeld. I can picture him, but I can't tell you what character he was. Yeah, I can't tell you what character he was off the top of my head. We'll have to get him on the show eventually, too.
I'm going to follow this to the root.
Thank you. Nick,
Yo.
what's your topic?
My topic, of course, comes from Twitter. If you have topics for the show, please follow me at Nick_Scarpino and tweet at me your topics like Rowan Stone,
Rowan Snow.
who is a second-time contributor, if I'm not mistaken. Says, has the internet done more harm than good to humanity, or is it vice versa?
The internet has not done more harm than good. The internet is for the greater good. There's a lot of bad parts to the internet.
Right.
It depresses me on a day-to-day basis. It does a whole bunch of different things, but no. You cannot sit here and tell me that we're worse off for having the internet.
You take a lot of guff from people on the internet sometimes, though. Sometimes you'll say something like the other day when you said hobo. And someone thought,
but see, this is the problem with the internet is
Right.
that when two people say something and tweet about it, then it seems like a lot of people are saying, but really
Right.
it's just two people who misheard me. If you didn't know, are you familiar with this story?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I guess the email got forwarded out to the company.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
hilarious.
So yeah, in a Destiny video with Alfredo, if I'm correct,
Conversation. Yeah.
I said blah blah blah. Well, yeah, and you don't want to do that. You look like a hobo. And I guess I said it so fast that a few people thought I said homo.
No, you
And so-
distinctively said hobo. It's
Sure,
not-
no,
you did
exactly.
not even say
It's
it
100%
fast.
clear that I did. But one person tweeted me and was like, "Did you just say if you did this, you'd look like a homo? Is that what you?" And I'm like, all I did was went to our YouTube, kind of funny, and I grabbed the video that was like, "When are people gonna stop saying no homo?" And I was like, "No, I would never say that." And I threw it out, and they're like, "I'm so sorry, I misheard yada yada." And then there was an email written to IGN that was huge.
Yeah.
Of just like, and this gay rights are important, and da da da. And then there was an immediate response under further review. It's clear he didn't say that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And it was just like, but again, that's two people
Sure.
made it seem like it was a big deal. And that's the big thing about the internet is like things happen and somebody will get offended about it. And it's so hard to tell because like I always talk about the vocal minority, right? Somebody's offended. They're motivated to tell you. Hundreds of people see a video and think you did a great job and bail without ever saying, hey.
Yeah, they're on to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's the whole thing. And like that, honestly, like the day to day, you suck, die, like that comes through, which is super minimal nowadays, never gets me down. It's super rare that ever pisses me off.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I feel the same way, right? Like, no matter what the internet, no matter what bad comes from the internet, it will forever do more good than harm. I
Yeah.
think. I mean, the proliferation and spread of information can never be a bad thing, in my opinion, unless it's misinformation, which
There's a lot of on
Well,
the
there is a lot of, but anyone that's, I mean, that's the thing. Anyone that really wants to get the root of something or the truth of something on the internet can.
We'll find it. Yeah,
You'll find it.
exactly.
Like Tim is amazing at finding whatever he needs to find on the internet. Like he will ferret anything out and figure out and get all the way down to the source and be like, that's the true thing. That's
I've
the
never
real
thought
But I
of it
mean,
like a
most people
ferret,
do that
but
too.
I
I mean,
like
like
that.
there was a
Like a
Reddit
lemur.
there was a Reddit question. What if you could go back in time and show someone a piece of technology, what would blow their mind? And the response one of the person put up that I thought was poignant was like going back and finding Benjamin Franklin, like there's this device in my hand that has all the knowledge of the world, the knowledge of every civilization on it, and I use it to argue with other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all that information is still there. You know what I mean? All that stuff is still there. Wikipedia is still there. You can have the most offhand topic of who played Salem the Cat and was it Lex Luthor and what character on
Nick
Small.
Bakay is his name.
Yeah.
He was in Seinfeld. He was Elaine's boyfriend in the smelly car.
Smelly car. Thank
And
you.
when Elaine goes to like make out with him, whatever, he smells her hair and
It still smells like BO.
and he doesn't want to fool around with her.
Now, real quick, that was Lex Luthor and Superboy?
I didn't get that far.
Okay.
That's a less relevant.
Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. Just keep going with your thing. But that's what I'm saying, right? Like, that's what I always talk about is the fact of, I don't, Tim, you're too young. Nick, you remember. Colin, you remember. You'd be out with your friends and you'd have an argument of, was Dustin Hoffman in Star Wars? And like, no, he wasn't. But like, it was all of your
couldn't
word.
prove it. You could not prove it.
You had to do like a straw poll to figure it out.
That's another Seinfeld.
There was
Yeah.
no IMDb.
Yeah, I think the internet is, a magnificent thing, but also a really destructive thing. I think I have no tolerance for stupid people at all, especially today, because like you can find all the knowledge and learn something by just going on the internet and fucking reading. I know how difficult that.
Lynda.com.
We can go to lynda.com.
You can go to lynda.com.
I just know how
Kinda
fucking hard that is for
Slash
some
kinda
people to just go and read.
10 days free.
I know that's hard, that's really difficult for some people to do, and I have zero tolerance for that. So in that respect, it is really fantastic. But the anonymous nature of the internet has bred a destructive, very small minority of people that ruin it for everyone else and ruin comment sections and ruin Twitter for a lot of people and ruin like just a lot of things, and that's less desirable. I just think that we haven't found the balance of personal responsibility on the internet yet.
Well, I think that comes a lot with using your real name and using your real. What's the PlayStation service where you can actually turn on your real name?
Oh, real name request.
Yeah.
But that's only to your friends.
Oh, okay, that's too bad. I mean, that kind of stuff. Like you guys asked me, we talked about Reddit the other day, and you were like, "What's your name?" And I'm like, "My name on Reddit is Nick Scarpino." It's because I want to be held accountable if I
Right.
say something stupid or wrong, or something that's incendiary, or something that's clearly just trolling other people.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's the responsible thing for people in our place to do. Right?
Yeah.
We are people who promise something to an audience every day, and that promise comes with a certain amount of honesty and like fairness, and we should live up to that.
Exactly. You
do
should
that
always live up to
across
what
the
you're
board.
doing. Because you shouldn't put something out there that it's not even about being proud of, because I'm not necessarily proud of everything I put out there, but just
You
don't
do
put
have a lot
anything
of
out there.
pictures of you just in a sock, but you should be proud of those because you look amazing.
But see, that's the thing with all that. With that, I would never put a picture out there of myself in any way that I wasn't okay having everybody see.
Sure.
Because there's a chance that's going to happen.
It's you. That's what
So
you
my
are.
sock pictures get out there. Yo,
What about the photo of your dick where it was cut like a plus sign?
yeah, no, that can get out there. I'm okay with that. Like that's
What does that mean?
what
You remember this,
I got the
it's-
paper
it-
cut across
yeah.
the hole.
Oh
It
God.
was like a screwdriver.
There's just a lot of
That's
a lot of
terrible.
cowardice on the internet in terms
Sure.
of the way people like when people attack us. That's cool and that's their prerogative, I guess. But more often than not, it's with anonymous tags and usernames or whatever. Like my real name, my face, generally where I live and what I do and stuff like that. Like that takes actual courage. So that kind of aspect of the internet is really discouraging, in my opinion.
But I mean,
But it is
I
what it is.
again
I mean,
feel
I
like
don't-
we're getting hung up on such a minority of it.
I
right?
agree. I think a lot of people online are great to us. They're a lot of awesome people. That's not even my big problem. My big problem is just that people, there are just so many people out there that run around just not knowing the answers to things. And it's not. I don't mind when people don't know something. I mind when people don't utilize the tools that are before them to learn what they need to know. And 20 years ago, you had to go to the fucking library and look at an encyclopedia
Yeah.
or like talk to someone that knew what they were talking about. Today, you could literally find the answer to anything.
Yeah.
And
I
I
always
get
say
so
that.
frustrated when people are like, well, I don't know, this, that, the other thing. And it's like, dude, just go. It's cool if you don't know, but go look it up. Like, there's no reason not to know anymore.
Yeah, I feel like nowadays it's
No
more
tolerance.
about knowing how to find things out than it is about actually knowing things. It's like
Well, it's
knowing
knowing how to
right
use the
places to
internet,
go.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's like it's important to know where to go for the most correct information on what you're looking at that time. And like getting off of just the people on the internet, like the people being mean or being nice. It's just like what the internet offers you, just in the sense of like you can watch movies, get music, like anything you want is from the internet, and that's crazy. I love that.
It's dangerous though, right? You talk about information, Colin. You talk about how you can look it up, but how do you know? How do we all know that we're getting the right answer to
Well,
things?
you go to
right?
respectable sources, right?
Sure.
I mean, how do you know when you're reading a book that it's the right answer? It's like the same shit.
I mean, generally, yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's the question. Like, is it half of everything is usually opinion, right? Or you're sort of
But I feel
skewing
like
it
that's-
sort of based on.
That's the beauty of the internet is you can 100% find the opposite opinion.
Sure,
if
but
you just look.
literally right now, if you type in Nick Scarpino shadow boxer, there's like 5 references to me being a shadow boxer.
You are.
I used to be.
Nailed it.
Used to be. One of the best. I might add. But you know, the stuff like that. Like, how do we know like 50 years from now, just like a shit like that won't have happened so often that it just completely changes our history.
But I
you
mean,
know?
that's history, right?
I guess so. Revisionist. Not
Yeah,
revisionist,
I
but-
think, you know,
Rose
looking
the
more
Falls.
at the, so we're talking about some of the negative aspects, like some of the ignorance that's out there that refuses to be filled, and obviously some of the negativity, but an amazing amount of positivity out there. I think a site like Wikipedia, which I love,
Mm-hmm.
is more often than not just by studies correct. It's a free source of wealth of information, and,
Right.
and you can get lost in that kind of thing. And then there are obviously a bunch of educational websites and all that kind of thing. You have your podcasts, and obviously there are great, like, just really millions of great people out there. I mean, we've talked to thousands and thousands of them,
Yeah.
through this show and through IGN, that are super supportive, super friendly, super normal. That's the real person that uses.
I mean,
internet.
like for me, is the power of the internet to bring people together. We're talking about negativity for some reason, but I mean, you look at what we do on Patreon, you look at what we do on YouTube, you look at what we do on IGN. I mean, I always talk about the fact that like growing up, I was very isolated in my group of friends. I had friends for sure, but they weren't into video games and comic books like I was. They liked them in a passatory way. Sure, they'd listen to me for a little bit, but like they weren't insane about it. So it was very isolating to read a magazine and not be able to communicate with those people and have something. I remember when AOL came around, finding the DC Comics message board, right? And sitting there and talking about the new issue with other people and having creators like Peter David pop in and talk to you about what you found or said. And like, that was such a crazy thing. And now we take it for granted because now it's Twitter and you'll tweet at somebody and they'll tweet back and you have this like little glance conversation. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe that. And then you get hung up bitching about the bad service you got at a restaurant. But like, that's still there. Like the good parts of it are still there and they mean more than the negative ones, I think.
Yeah. And what you're saying there is so true about being able to talk to these people that you respect and stuff. And I love that. I think that the internet is what you take from it. There is a lot of negativity, but you can just simply forget about it and not look at that and just look at the positive stuff.
Sure.
And just seek out the positive stuff and focus on that. And my God, there's so much good out there. There's so much, like, there's so many times, I'd say it happens at least once a week, that something will happen. I'm like, good Lord, I love the internet. And I'll be referring to the internet as a group of people. You know?
Yeah.
And it's not the Twitter kids or the like Facebook people or whatever. It's just like,
Oh, those damn Vine stars.
it's like because of the internet this thing happened. It's like I feel like the internet has allowed people to show off their creativity
Sure.
in this crazy way. So like hoverboards.
Yeah.
Today Tony
They're
Hawk
real.
rode a hoverboard.
Yeah.
I instantly go, thank you, internet. Like the internet made that happen.
Sure.
In my head. And that makes sense.
It
And it's
kind of
like
did though, right?
Yeah.
Are you talking? Is it the same group that did like the hoverboard with the magnetic pad,
Yes.
like half pipe stuff
Yes,
like that?
yes,
I didn't see
yes.
it today. Yeah, but I mean that is a huge part of, like, obviously their marketing was done virally through the internet, and they're getting funding somehow, right? So they've been able to use the internet
Exactly.
as a tool to make hoverboards a reality, which means that we're, by that logic, only 2 to 3 steps away from time machines, which is fantastic.
Yes.
So we can actually go back. We got to get back.
In
future.
time.
Nope, that's
Back,
I don't
back into it.
I don't know if that was the actual theme.
Tell me, doctor, where are we going this time? This is all Huey Lewis in the News.
Oh, I see. You're
Is
just not
this
doing
the
it.
50s?
Got it. Gun.
Oh,
Gun.
1999.
That's all.
Thank
There you
you.
go. Thank you.
I heard little
Sometimes I
Backstreet
don't
Boys
vibe
in
with
there
you,
for a
but
second.
there
Fuck
it is.
off.
It sounded
All
like it.
I wanted to do. All right, cool. So the internet's great.
Yeah,
That's great.
love it. It
All right,
does.
good.
There's a lot of bad stuff on the internet. Just stay away from it and be a good person.
But yeah, exactly. The good people will always rise up, always, and defeat the bad people.
Well, that's why. And then you talk about Wikipedia, right? That's just a group of people who are keeping everyone out there honest. It's a group of people that are devoted to the truth and to fact finding, and that's awesome. That's super powerful.
Yeah.
And I have yet to do this. I have yet to do it, but I every time they're like, donate to Wikipedia, I'm like, I should do
I've
this.
donated.
I always forget to do it, but I guess you can do it at any time. So maybe I'll do it today.
You won't.
You can, right?
You're gonna
Can you
go
just
home
go-
and eat. You're gonna go home and eat a chocolate sundae with your wife because you
No,
wouldn't
I'm
eat
feeling
any
I'm
photos.
feeling a little down, and I think that because I had like a piece of chicken for dinner with like some broccoli, I think I might go get Taco Bell again after this. I'll tweet a picture.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. All the fun food you're eating with your fun friends, your real friends.
Did you guys hear that news that they're talking about making a taco emoji next year? They're adding new emojis.
I don't know what that means.
Phones, emojis?
Yeah, I know that. So iPhone is going to make a Taco Bell emoji?
Not Taco Bell, just taco. But Taco Bell is like...
Do we
the
not have a
leading push
taco
for this.
emoji?
I don't think we do.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not a big emoji guy, but...
I'm checking
See,
this.
I would like it
I
if
know
they were
emoji
super
people.
specific. Like if I could tweet a double-decker taco at someone, that would be amazing.
Well, I mean, Taco Bell is like blowing this up. Their Twitter, which is the best Twitter in the world,
It is good.
they're pushing it hard.
All right.
Tim,
Yes.
what's your topic while I try to find emojis for tacos?
So, my topic
pencil.
is an article I read on BuzzFeed today.
It's a bomb.
BuzzFeed, one of my favorite websites.
We love it.
You love BuzzFeed.
I do, a lot.
I like it. You love it.
This woman suffers from 6 hours of orgasms a day. She's a mother of one, a 10-year-old son. Mm-hmm. And she can suffer from anything up to 180 orgasms in 2 hours.
This is a real thing. This is not.
This
This
is
is not.
not super
You got this
legit.
from BuzzFeed, not
Suffer.
Clickhole.
So she doesn't like.
No, this is BuzzFeed. This is
Oh,
a
no,
legit
because this...
thing.
Yeah.
So, suffer is the thing that made me click on this. I was like, I am interested in this. And now, first off, guys, I wanted to say, BuzzFeed is not clickbait. Clickbait is when you click on something, they're tricking you. It's a trick. I wasn't tricked. I wanted to click on this because I was like, suffer. How is it suffering? They explained it. I got what they told me.
So you now agree it's suffering.
What?
Now you understand.
Yes, which is crazy because I'm like, what are you talking about suffering? This woman just at any point, this happens to her, and she can't control it, and she'll be in situations where it's incredibly awkward, and she'll feel bad about herself. For example, when she goes to her son's school, she feels inappropriate being sexually aroused around young children.
Of course.
And she feels like a horrible person because of this, and it drives her crazy. And she can't just be in normal functioning situations because she'll constantly be getting these intense orgasms. And like there was like gifs and stuff showing it, and it's just like, damn. Like she's trying her best. Like you see her trying her best to like just keep her composure, but she just can't. And that's scary.
Yeah.
What are you guys' thoughts on this? And then I have a bunch of other questions.
My thought on this is that luckily I watched as a kid a show called The Montel Williams Show, and I believe he had someone of a similar variety on. In that her story, of course, like for you to bring it up or like and be like, well, suffer. Like I immediately am right there. I can totally understand. I forget what was happening physiologically to make this happen, biologically to make this happen. But yeah, like what a horrible thing. I mean, I think about it like again, this goes back to a topic we did on the GameOverGreggy show. I'm sure Kevin's annotating to it right now, where I was saying I wish I understood from a literal perspective what the female orgasms felt like from a female's perspective, right? But I mean, if you try to even remotely flip the script, right? If it were just, how awkward is it when you get an erection when you don't want an erection, but you have an erection all the time, like around a kid's school, you're talking to somebody, you're trying to be an adult, a professional, whatever, you're trying to take care of your 10-year-old kid, like super awkward. Like
Yeah.
I can only imagine, yeah.
True story about Montel Williams.
Thank you.
Please.
Montel love up in here.
He served my mom's long-term boyfriend. I just call him my stepdad. And him served in the Navy together.
Really?
Yeah.
I would not have pegged Montel Williams as a Navy man.
Oh, they keep in touch?
I don't think so, no. But I mean, they at some point were serving together.
What up, Montel?
How awesome would it be if
They were
someone
naval
at
intelligence
Montel
officers.
called you and was like, "Hey, what was the name of that bar we were at in Japan?" And you're like, "The so and so." Thanks, man. Thanks. And that was it. That's all you. And you hadn't heard from him in like 20 years. You're not gonna hear from him. In 20 years. Yeah, it's totally suffering. That would suck.
Now, before I said, if I had I read that headline differently, it was just like,
Woman has
she
186.
loves the fact that she gets this. Would you still say that?
No,
would
no. I
suck?
mean, if you're happy with it, that's great. If that's what you want to do, and you can function in life like that, sure, that's fine. Then it's not. It's only debilitating if it's debilitating. Yeah. If it gets in the way of the life you want to lead. But it sounds like this is something where she can't. It's hard for her to function, much like any other sort of handicap or debilitating disease. And in that regard, it sucks. Put yourself in her shoes. Mm-hmm. It would suck if you were a guy and that had to happen.
I was gonna say it would be a lot worse if
because
you were a guy.
you'd literally be dehydrated for you'd have to be just constantly swallowing water.
So another question I had for you guys was, obviously, you guys, if this could happen to you, would you do it? It's like, obviously the answer is no.
No.
But what if it was for a limited time? Like, for one day. Would you do this for one day?
No.
Yes.
I would.
Do I get anything, or is it just
One
like
day,
no?
just that you would know what it feels like.
2 hours of orgasms.
I would do it for one day. Sure.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm good.
If
I
you're
know what
asking
orgasm
me,
feels like.
Can I
If you know
have?
what 2 hours of it is.
Well, you know,
I know we're doing guy orgasms, right?
Yes.
Guy orgasms are better when there's like you build them up.
What if it's like a tantric orgasm? So it just builds for 2 hours and then bang, you're done. You fall asleep for the next
And
2
you
days.
shoot a bullet through the wall. Like,
You
that's
just
the kind of thing you're talking about, right?
paint the room in a new color white.
I like how on the Patreon exclusive episode I said something. You're like, oh, I'm gonna have to
You
bleep
were
this. This is way more vulgar. What you just said is way more vulgar.
You were reading a sex story from Literotica where every other word.
Not true. I love
was
how
the
he just
P
paints
word.
everything. He's there, but Nick is only ever with us 10% of the time.
Well,
And
you
then
taught
he
him the
fills
word
in the gaps.
literotica, so now it's any chance
I'm
he gets.
trying to
he just
sell
throws
people
it
on
in
this
there.
Patreon exclusive episode. So that
Oh, I
they'll help
definitely,
us
I
support us on
definitely tell
Patreon.
sexual stories that I read off the internet, but it's not literotica. It's,
He-
it's similar to when you're like, oh, and you guys are going to order cheese. We order Pasquales. You don't even fucking know what happens in this house.
I'm on a strict no patches
Stop
diet.
keep
right
hitting
now.
the
throwing
dog
the
with
mic
the mic.
down and hitting Portello in the eyeball. You hit him
He
right
doesn't
in the
even care
eyeball.
or no.
Yeah, he's like, let's
He doesn't. Look, he's
Now
just
I want to
yawning.
know. Let's unpack this.
Yes.
I want to know why this happens to her and if there's a way to cure her.
All right. She was diagnosed with the condition 3 years ago and says it's ruining her life. She developed it while shopping for groceries. She suddenly found that everything she saw, smell, or touched turned her on. It made her panic. She fell down and began to have multiple orgasms on the floor. She somehow managed to get home, where she continued to orgasm into the evening. And she goes on to say it's embarrassing, confusing, and humiliating.
Yeah,
I bet.
Yeah, that's falling down the grocery store.
Yeah.
So what are the doctors doing for her? Do they have to do something to her?
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Grocery stores are embarrassing, humiliating, and confusing most of the time. Anyway, if you've been to a Safeway lately, tack on an orgasm on top of that. It's just the worst thing on the planet. Don't look at me like that, Greg. It was a funny joke.
I was waiting for a
It
comment.
was slightly funny.
It was good. No,
Thanks.
you made Colin laugh. Colin doesn't laugh at anything.
He does. He laughs at me more than you. I just want you to put that out there, just on average.
Colin's sick of my shtick. We've been together quite a while.
That's because your shtick generally just revolves around you rhyming two words that you think is funny, and then you laugh for 55 minutes while the rest of us continue the podcast. It's good though. It's fun.
Doctors don't have a cure, and she's upset about this.
Yeah. What's the
Damn,
cure to
that's
it?
rough. If there's like no hope for her.
Yeah. And she, like, every day without fail, it just happens. She had to quit her job. And
I
just
mean, you have
started.
to go on disability for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, are we paying for this? That's the worst part of it. We're paying for this now.
I mean, I don't mind paying for this.
Oh, I do.
This
You
is
gotta
this
figure
is
this out.
legitimately
She's down
a
to her
person
luck.
that's
What do you
got a
want?
thing.
What do you
What's
want to
wrong?
do?
You gotta
She got a
figure
10-year-old
this out.
son to take care of.
This is
That's
the
the fucking X factor now. The 10-year-old son. Because eventually he's not quite there yet, but he's of age where like people are gonna find out who he is. His friends are gonna come over like when they're 14, 15, when you're like real getting
When they're real people.
yeah, but like when they're getting like like a 14-year-old just turned on by
real
everything.
Yeah. What are they gonna do? They're just gonna rub up against the mom occasionally,
Yeah.
just to see
Like,
what
or
happens.
just like see like like oh your mom's the mom that has orgasms all the time and
Well, she
and
was
they're
saying
gonna,
that, like, people will find out and will, like, look at her. And she says it's fucking the worst thing ever. And there's a lot
that
of
turns
kiss.
her on too probably.
And it's crazy, man. Like, so for dudes, it's a little, it's messier. But, like, if we took away that aspect of it, and if things were just, like, cleaner, it just was a feeling and less of a, like,
Product.
cause and effect, like, I would definitely want to go a day and just feel how that is.
I think after like the third or fourth one, you'd be like, I'm so done with this. I
I'm
don't
exhausted
need to do it anymore.
Probably you'll probably be so exhausted.
Because I mean, think about those times when you like. I don't know if you guys have had this, but there are certain instances where like you meet someone and you're so excited by them that you do it. You'll have sex multiple times in one night.
Yeah.
And then by the third time, you're just like, we're just doing this to say we could.
Yeah, but
We're
is
just
it
gonna tell this story one day at a dinner party, and everyone's gonna think we're cool.
At a dinner party.
but
at the fancy, yeah, exactly. The fancy dinner party you brought your wife
How
to.
was your investment?
You brought the
portfolio?
wrong
It's
liquor.
Great. Yeah, I did.
Let me tell you this time I fucked a girl 3 times. We were so into each
God.
other.
But I feel like that's the reason that you're tired and like there's any pain is because there's a lot of physical shit going on, a lot of things banging against each other. That's how sex works, right?
Yeah.
Friction.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I think if
100%.
you were just chilling and it's just happening, like I don't know how tired you would get.
Oh, you'd be tired.
Well, okay, you'd be like emotionally tired.
You
That's a
also
different
just
type of tired.
wouldn't-
though.
It would be like a mind game. You wouldn't know when it was going to happen.
Mind freak.
You would just feel this table and just get erect.
Just every 2
Let's
seconds.
go back to Colin's orgasm noise.
Is that what do you hear that a lot?
Yeah, oh yeah, all the time.
Oh,
Oh, Colin's at it again.
It sounds
But it's
like
from the
a-
hallway where he's naked.
How come when you orgasm, it sounds like a baby hawk? That's really cool. That was like Big Bird.
That was Mickey Mouse. Oh, shout out to Mickey Mouse, by the way. It's his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
You fictional character, you. There you go.
Yeah, that sounds rough. I'll be interested to follow this story and see if I'm sure there's some like
No, she's been doing this for years,
doctor
though, right?
that is gonna get to the bottom of this. Yeah,
Yeah,
I believe it.
probably.
Okay.
The wonders of modern science can cure Ebola, and this woman's
Did they cure
problem
Ebola?
with- no,
Okay.
absolutely not.
We're getting close?
No, I don't think so. I think we're just figuring out how to manage it.
Okay, good.
It's a virus, isn't it?
Yeah.
We can't cure viruses.
Yeah. I thought Ebola was just like a really, really, really bad version of like the flu.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor. I it's hard to believe, but I'm not.
You sound like a doctor.
You're smart
You
like
do.
a doctor.
It's because I read
Talk like a
Wikipedia
doctor.
and
You know-
see like that. It comes full circle.
Yeah, it's true.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Game Over Greggy show each and every week. 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather around this table, each bringing a random topic of conversation for your amusement. If you like that, we post the whole show for you up on patreon.com/kindafunny each and every Friday, along with Bandcamp and Vimeo. However, we charge over there. If you don't think we're worth your money, no big deal. Don't worry about it. Go to youtube.com/kindafunny, where we put the show up topic by topic, day by day, until the whole thing goes live on Friday for free, as well as
SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, Windows Phone, Android stuff, Beyond Pod, all those.
we'll just
weird
start
apps.
saying podcast
There's a lot
services of your
apps. Yeah.
choice.
Specifically, though, SoundCloud and iTunes. Those are the ones that I want
Rate
to
us
see.
there, review us there. We're new. We need help getting ingrained.
And you guys have been great. There's been a lot
Yeah.
of great comments and reviews. I don't know if you guys have seen the iTunes reviews.
Oh, they're really good.
Good people.
Yeah, no,
Good
super,
people
super
saying
good.
good things.
Yeah,
It's good. We're at 5 stars.
Holy crap.
yeah, we're doing really well.
There's no place to go but down from there.
In terms
just
of
keep going
other
up.
things
Okay,
to
we can
keep
do that
your noggin peeled for.
I don't know what that
Peel the
means.
noggin.
Peel your noggin. No. Follow Leader continues to go. We have a new episode this week right now. What, you don't like that one? Nick, I'm putting you on task. You ready? Mm-hmm. If you're listening to this early, when Follow Leader goes live the next Thursday, it'll be a Tim episode, and there'll be a new shirt on
The next
districtlines.com
Thursday
/ kind of funny.
The next Thursday is Thanksgiving. Do we
Right.
care about that?
No.
No?
Okay.
People will watch.
You still have computers at your house, right? Come
We
show
have a
your...
lot of European and Canadian listeners too. That
It's me, a
that-
European listener, ain't I, Governor?
that couldn't give a flying fuck less.
Chim
about
Chimney,
Thanksgiving.
I need a shirt.
I read someone today with
Chim
a couple
chimney, I
with a
need
couple
a
thumbs
shirt.
up saying your accent, your British accent is offensive, and they want you to stop.
It's actually.
And I want you to stop with it because it's just becoming more and
It's
more-
borderland racist. That's what it is.
It's borderland
borderland racist.
Borderlands
Randy
racist.
Pitchford wrote in and said it is borderland racist. Let me know in the comments, ladies and gentlemen, if you want me to keep or lose the European / Australian / New Zealand / whatever country I'm not
I
sure
thought you
you're
were going
from.
British.
It's just British. Just
No,
like a
I do
really
whatever.
hardcore
Well, remember the
Cockney
whole
British.
joke was that I did it to offend. I did to offend and make Keza mad.
And she's Scottish.
And exactly. She wasn't even offended. But then, of course, the oi is completely my Australian accent that I used to do on GameScoop for Rupert Murdoch. The whole thing is a long-running inside joke. So if you're all,
cinematic universe.
exactly, it's very much. Let me know in the comments if we should drop it, keep it going,
and
so
also,
on and so forth.
the shirt that's coming. You guys are going to want this one. You've been talking about it for a while.
Yes,
We've
this is a
talked about it
requested
many
one for
times.
sure.
So stay tuned for that.
Keep in mind, again, if you're the Patreon person listening this early, the Patreon exclusive episode of the Game Over Greggy show goes live Thanksgiving week as well. I guess we'll put it up on Wednesday to try to keep it away from Follow Leader. Keep it away from everything else. Keep it away from there.
Good.
All right, so it'll go up Wednesday. It's if you gave $1, if you gave $1 million, doesn't matter. You get it for free. Enjoy it yourself. Go to lynda.com/kindafunny to get a tutorial for
Do
one of
it.
these things these people keep talking about.
Make yourself better today. At lynda.com.
Pertilla's got a new BarkBox video up. Go watch that.
Hey, don't tell him we haven't recorded it yet.
He doesn't understand that
He
part.
gets
He only
excited.
when he sees the box, he understands the big
He
deal.
knows.
Hey,
Behind
are
those
you doing
vacant
that tonight?
eyes.
Yeah.
It's a
Alright, be
flare of
quiet when you do it.
recognition.
It's
No,
late.
no, not gonna be. No,
It's very late.
it's not that late yet.
Charles is asleep. I guarantee it.
You said last night you came out and reprimanded me, or no, you reprimanded me. You came out and shut the door, and I thought, oh, you guys are asleep. And then I came out and I heard you laughing like an asshole in there. You weren't asleep. Nobody's asleep in there.
I wasn't laughing.
Ha! You were saying.
I don't know if he was laughing, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been our pleasure. Tell me to be quiet. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, it's been our pleasure to serve you. Until next time, keep it locked on Portillo.
Look at the camera.
He doesn't know what's
He
happening.
doesn't understand. Look at his little blinker.
Eyes of fear.